we'll directly dive into the first session of the day. As Albert Einstein wisely said, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Let's explore the numerous opportunities this college offers to gain more knowledge. For that, I invite on stage Dr. Sonali Patil, Associate Dean of Academics, KJSC, for her presentation on academic flexibility.
So good afternoon, students. Hope you had your lunch and hope that you will be awake throughout the session. So what I am going to discuss today is the components in your curriculum where you have certain kind of choice, where you are basically given some flexibility in making some choice, may it be a course under elective, may it be project, may it be mini project, may it be internship, so on and so forth. So, what you expect from this presentation are the components and how do you get information about the same and all those things. Now you may be wondering about why all such details are required to be told on the very second day of the orientation for you. The thing is that when you have choices available, there are certain components in your curriculum which you have to compulsory take. The courses which you have to compulsory undergo. There are certain courses which you have to undergo, but within the course you have choice. So it's a bucket of course and you have to pick one out of that. Or there are certain features in your academics wherein you can choose one over the other. So if all those things are known to you from the beginning, you can basically plan your academic journey in that manner. Okay? So at latter point in time, you should not feel that because you have opted for certain kind of feature earlier, you are not been able to opt for the other, which seems to be like more interesting to you. So all those things you have to know. Before going into the details of presentation, there are certain things which you need to understand. The terminology which was used previously and which is being used in the engineering curriculum, there is certain difference in that. So how many of you know the terms like program, course, credits, and credit-based systems? How many of you? Can I have hand raises, please? Lethargic? Or don't know? Okay. So program is the one which you are enrolled into. For example, B.Tech in Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, or B.Tech in, say, Electronics Engineering, VLSI Design, or M.Tech. So each of this is a program, right, in which you are enrolled into. Now, within a program, you know that this is a 4-year degree program, and every year comprises of 2 semesters. So altogether, you have to undergo 8 semesters. In each of the semester, you have to complete, say, 5 to 6 courses. Courses are nothing but subjects, okay? So we will be calling the subjects as courses henceforth. So every semester you will undergo 4 to 5 or 6 courses, and each of the courses has some credits associated with it. The number of, the kind of courses you are going to undergo in a specific semester and the credits allotted to that particular course and the examination pattern or examination scheme for that particular course, all you will get to know from your detailed syllabus. Okay? So each year syllabus is there on the website. How you have to access it? Through the Somaya domain email credentials. Daily I am getting some requests for accessing, but the email IDs are Gmail email IDs. So you cannot access from outside Somaya domain email credentials. That is another thing. So say for example, there is engineering mathematics course. It has 4 credits. So 3 credits come from theory, 1 credit comes from tutorial. So for that 3 credits, you will have to undergo that mathematics course throughout the semester, give some intermediate exams, which we call it as continuous assessment. There is again an end semester exam at the end, okay? And for tutorials, you will also undergo certain assignments in the form of tutorials. Throughout the semesters, they will be assessed separately. And at the end, once you complete that course successfully, the number of credits which are assigned to that particular course, you earn those credits. So instead of passing and not passing, it is once you successfully complete it or pass it, you will basically earn those many credits. So in a semester, there are multiple courses, each of them having different credits. Typically, a semester comprises of around, say, 20 to 22 credits, okay? So you earn those credits semester by semester, year by year, and at the end of the 4 years, you basically earn all the credits that are required to basically confer you the B.Tech degree, okay, which is typically 165 or 167, right? So that is what is the credit-based system. Now in this, so the entire curriculum which I talked about, for every program there is a specified 4-year degree curriculum. There are certain components which are common across all programs. And there are components which will be specific to the programs. So we will be discussing about those flexible components where you have some choice to make. So basically, what academic flexibility does is it allows you to choose courses, schedules, and pathways based on your interest, strengths, and career goals. Okay? So you will be able to choose the courses or the schedules. In some cases, I will be telling you about later point in time, so that you can plan your career goals accordingly. So basically, the choices are in the, for example, there are certain courses wherein you have a choice of the specialized courses of your own field of study. There are certain elective courses where you have to choose a course which belongs to other technical domain, that is other branch of engineering which you have not undertaken for the B.Tech degree program. There are certain courses which gives you flexibility of choosing the courses which are other than engineering domain. So all those things we will be discussing in the upcoming slides. We have been implementing all these kind of features since KJ Somaya College of Engineering became autonomous in the year 2013-14. And since then we are practicing and we have been adding up the features in the curriculum. And now we are at a stage where when we already have those established systems, now those requirements have come as the National Education Policy requirement from the UGC. Okay? So these are typical components where you can find some flexibility, where you have some choices to make. So let us go into these components one by one. The first is minors or honors program choice. Now, you have enrolled into B.Tech degree program. What if you can earn an additional degree along with the B.Tech degree by undertaking some additional courses and earning additional credits than 165 or 167? So, there is this is the facility which is called as honors programs or minors program. You have choices. You can take either honor program or minor program, which you can complete along with your B.Tech degree program. Each of this minor or honor degree program, what is any honor or minor program? It is basically a bunch of courses which are related together and bundled as an honor program or minor program. Okay? So typically 5 to 6 courses, wherein you are required to take one additional course from semester 3 onwards, that is second year onwards, or semester 4 onwards, and by the end of 7th semester, you are expected to complete all the requirements of this additional program without no extra cost. Okay? So these additional credits which you are required to earn to get that degree is 18. Okay? And you have to complete the requirements. So B.Tech degree is what you are enrolled into. This is an additional degree. So you cannot pass only with minor or honor degree unless you complete the B.Tech degree. Right? So that you have to keep in mind. And another important thing is, even if you make a choice of a minor or honor program by the end of your second semester, which will be starting or commencing from the third semester, and if you complete 1 or 2 courses in semester 3 and semester 4, and then in semester 5 you feel that you are not able to cope up with this additional course, wherein you want to do other curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular activities, you may feel that you are not able to do that. Then what? So there is an exit option which is available with no cost to your B.Tech degree. Right? If you complete all the B.Tech degree requirements, you can still pass on with the B.Tech degree with no additional minor or honor degree, but the courses which you have completed in semester 3 and 4, for that you will get the course completion certificate. So there is no harm in opting for the minor or honor degree because of this exit option which is available. So what is an honor program? So every department, or for every program, there is a set of 4 to 5 honor programs which are designed for the students who are enrolled into that program. Okay? So every program has a choice of, say, typically 3 to 5 honors program. And what are honors program? Those are specialized programs of your own domain of study. If you are opting for, say, information technology B.Tech, then cyber security or say artificial intelligence. So these kind of honors degree program will be available to you. If you are a mechanical student, the aerospace engineering, design engineering are the honors program for the mechanical engineering. So you will be getting the choice of those 3 to 5 honor programs for which has been designed for your branch of study. Apart from that, you can choose for a minor degree program which are also related courses but belonging to the other domain, not the domain of your own study. Those are the interdisciplinary courses, group of interdisciplinary courses which you will study. For example, say a student of computer science and business system can opt for electrical vehicles as a minor, for example. So basically what I'm trying to say is minors are these programs or programs where the bundle of the courses are such that the courses are belonging to the other domain than the domain of your study. So typically for your batch, you will be getting the option of honors, which will be 3 to 5 per program. There are multiple number of programs, so you can see that 26 honor programs. And there are 21 minor programs. Out of this, you will be eligible for opting around 15 to 16 minor programs, because minor programs are contributed by all the departments. So it may so happen that there is a minor in computer engineering. Now a B.Tech in computer engineering cannot opt for a minor in computer engineering. So that's how there is some eligibility matrix associated with that, and you can choose either one honor program or one minor program, which is there. Also, there is choice of choosing a minor program which is floated by other college in the Somaya Vidya Vihar University. So typically they float the minor programs in the areas of management, business, and so on. And you also have the option of those minor programs. So minor or honor program kahan se bhi aane do, you have option of choosing only one out of them. This is a statistics of last 4 years. The first column shows, the first column is basically for the students who were the first batch under Somaya Vidya Vihar University, and recently their results are out and they have passed out. So if you can see, the total of this column comes out to be around 450 plus. And the intake then was 600. So 450 students, 450 plus students out of 600 students were successful in completing their additional degree along with the B.Tech degree. Okay? So this is an encouraging figures. And then the subsequent years, how the enrollment has happened, they have not passed out. The second column, basically, they will be in final year now, and so on. So this was about minors and honors program. Then as I said that there are certain electives. The electives can be in technical domain of your own branch of study. It can be in another domain. So in the first, right from the first year, you have such options. You have a course called as project-based learning, wherein teams will be formed, which will be diverse teams, like students from different programs will form a team, and then they will work on certain projects belonging into robotics, automation, or it may be environmental technology, or whichever domain. So you have a choice of opting for the problem definition of this particular project, which you will be doing in the first year. And it will be in both the semesters, semester 1 and 2. Then there are certain technical electives specific to your own branch of studies, which will commence from 5th semester onwards. So 5th semester, you will have one elective course. 6th, you will have another elective course. 7th and 8th, you will have two elective courses. Now, what is an elective course? One elective course means it's a bucket of courses, specialized courses of your own program, from which you can pick one and continue with that course and complete it. Okay? So that is about the department electives, which are program-specific electives, starting from 5th semester up to 8th semester. Then there are electives which are called as open electives. Now, what is the difference between departmental elective and open elective? Departmental elective, the buckets are formed at department level for that particular program. Open elective buckets are formulated at the college level, and you have to pick and choose one course of that. The first very course is exposure course, which we call it as open elective because we are allotting the courses at the college level, and the bucket is also formulated at the college level. So exposure course is basically a hobby-based course which every student has to undergo in the first year, There are choices such as courses on sports, arts, sketching, painting, yoga, classical music, Maya School of Somaya we have on the campus, sports complex we have in the campus. So it is floated by those people, and also some are floated by our own faculty members, and then you have to undertake it and complete it. Now, one important thing about this course is, this is a non-credit course, but you have to complete it. Otherwise, after you complete your 8th semester and the results are out, your mark sheets will be withheld because of non-completion of the exposure course, and then you will land up waiting when college will arrange some extra facility for you so that you can enroll it and you can complete the exposure course. So don't land up in such situations. Wherever the components are there, try and complete those components there only. Do not keep anything lingering, so that because after the 8th semester, either you will be going for MS or you will be going for, you may be having placement and you will be joining companies. And in such a scenario, if your mark sheets are not in your hand, then it becomes problem. So complete all the, जो भी syllabus में दिया हुआ है, every component is mandatory. Okay? Wherever option is there, we will be telling you. But otherwise, every component is mandatory. So that is about the exposure course. The next is open elective generic. Open elective generic, we have started from last year. So this year, the students who are in the second year will be undergoing this particular course for the first time. This is some 20 or 21 titles have been formulated under this bucket of open elective, where faculty members who are expert in social sciences, literature, humanities will be formulating the syllabus for these titles and will be delivering the same. So a lot of efforts have been put into formulation of these courses. Okay, so there are interesting titles and you will be having a choice of choosing out of those 2021 titles. Next is open elective technical. So it's a technical elective, but not of your domain. So a electronics and telecommunication student choosing an open elective which is offered by, say, computer department or IT department, that kind of thing, okay? So again, the open elective bucket is formulated at institute level. Which course can be taken by which program students, that is called as eligibility matrix. So that eligibility matrix will be known to you, will be displayed to you, and then you will have to make your choices accordingly. So that is open elective technical. Now one more feature, which is interesting feature, which we have added to this open elective is, there are certain courses which are floated by college, which you will come to the college and attend physically and complete that course. But if you want to opt for a MOOCs course, that is the courses on the online platforms like NPTEL or Coursera, you can do that course, open elective, on the MOOCs platform. College has procured around 1,500 licenses of Coursera for this particular facility. So what you will be given the orientation, you have to choose the Coursera courses relevant to this open elective technical. Department will basically go through, analyze those choices, will approve them, and then you can undertake those courses, and the credits of that open elective technical will be through the online course and not through the offline course offered by the college. So you have a flexibility of taking the open elective technical which is offered by college, or you can do it on the online MOOCs platform. So this is again a feature which we have added from the first batch of the Somaya Vidya Vihar University. These are again the open electives but in different domains, humanities domain and management domain. Here in humanities, you will be basically given the option of the foreign and Indian languages. You have to choose one and you have to complete that. And in management, it will be management related courses. Now, every student will undergo one humanity related courses in third year and one management related course in third year. So it may be in fifth semester, if it is humanities course for a certain program, in sixth semester you will undergo management course. Okay? And for open electives, humanities and management as well, you have the facility of opting for MOOCs courses in the lieu of open electives courses which are offered by the college. Okay? So this facility is also there. So this is a typical matrix which I have already explained to you about which open elective will be coming in which semester. So this is already discussed. Coming to the next component, which is internships. 10 weeks of mandatory internship is required to be done by every student. These internships can be through one company, industry, more than one industry, or it can be with the faculty members as well. Okay? So internal internships, external internships, any combination of any duration, any duration is possible, but you have to complete mandatory 10 weeks of internship. Now there is a provision that out of these 10 weeks, 4 weeks can be, maximum 4 weeks can be in the socially relevant domain. Like you can undertake certain work under some NGO, and then if they give you complete the 4 weeks there and you bring the certificate from there, that will be considered as 4 weeks out of the 10 weeks. Minimum 6 weeks have to be in the technically relevant domain. Okay? So relevant domain means at least 6 weeks of internship is expected, technical domain, and maximum 4 weeks can be in the socially relevant domain. You can do all 10 weeks in technical domain, but there is a option which is available. So that is about the 10 weeks mandatory internship. Similar to that of the exposure course, there were some instances where we have found that in the batch which has recently passed out, the first batch of Somaiya Vidyavihar University, there are instances that some students have not completed the mandatory. Some have completed 8 weeks and some may have completed 9 weeks or so. So 10 weeks is mandatory. Otherwise, unless you complete that, your mark sheet will not be given to you. This was about the compulsory internship. Apart from that, we have optional internship which you can undertake in your final year, in 7th semester or in 8th semester. Okay? So what you will do is, if you go through the process, if the company selects you and offers you the internship, you will be spending entire semester in the industry doing semester-long internship. You will only report to the college. You will report to the guide about your progress, maybe through email or something, but you are required to report physically to the college to undergo the intermediate evaluation of the internship and the final evaluation of the internship. Okay? So when you are doing the semester-long internship, along with the internship, you also have to do a 3-credit online course as a part of requirement of credit completion of that particular semester. So you can undertake it in the 7th semester or you can undertake in the 8th semester. So suppose currently this facility is available only for 8th semester. So 7th semester is defined and students can spend 8th semester doing college courses and complete the requirement of B.Tech degree, or they can go for semester-long internship and complete the credit requirements. Okay? Now, for you, when the option is available in 7th as well as 8th semester, if you are opting for 8th semester, you will undergo the defined curriculum of the 7th semester. 8th semester, you will go for doing the internship. If you are going in the semester 7 for the semester-long internship, then the curriculum which is there. See, 8th semester we normally keep it light so that the students can do the semester-long internships and all those things. Seventh semester is little heavier than the 8th semester. So if you are missing on the 7th semester components, because you are opting for semester-long internship in semester 7, you will complete the courses which you have missed in 7th semester in the 8th semester. Okay? So 7th semester, in your syllabus, whatever is the curriculum in semester 7, that anyways you will undergo either in 7th semester or in 8th semester if you wish to do the semester-long internship. Okay? So, also there is an option. This is not again compulsory like semester-long internship. Semester-long internship, if you are not choosing to opt, that's fine. You can do all the semesters in the college and complete the degree requirements. Similarly, there is an option of student exchange program. So university has signed MOU with few of the universities outside. That information will be given to you by the respective coordinators. And you can opt for completion of a semester in a foreign university. Okay? So in the case, if that university is in MOU with our university, you will not pay any tuition fees over there. You just need to pay for your food and stay. But you will be paying the fees over here. Okay? So the option is there. Now in which semester you can go for student exchange? There is definitely a process for it. There are approvals for it. So if you do that process and you get those approvals from the respective authorities, you are entitled to go for student exchange program in semester 4 or semester 6 or semester 8. Now mind it that if you choose for student exchange program, you will be out of the choice for semester-long internship. Because in the course of 4-year degree program, you cannot be out for more than 6 months. Okay? Only you can have a flexibility of completing the credits outside the college for 1 semester only. So if you choose for student exchange, you cannot choose for semester-long internship. That you have to remember, and accordingly you will have to plan which facility you are going to use, or whether you want to use it or not, the optional facilities. Because we want the students to undertake other things which are extracurricular, co-curricular, project competitions, and so on and so forth. So you will have to make those choices wisely. Next is projects. So there will be certain mini projects which you will undertake in different laboratory courses which you will undergo in 2nd year, 3rd year. And your major project will start from 6th semester onwards. That is 3rd year, the 2nd semester, even semester. Okay? So project 1 will be there in semester 6, project 2 in semester 7, project 3 in semester 8. If you are opting for semester-long internship, at least you will be spending 2 semesters doing the major project. Okay? And if you are not opting, then 3-semester project you will have to do, which will ensure that the kind of work which is done is a quality work, and the work is also voluminous, and the outcome of that particular work can be in the form of copyright, or it can be form of a good research publication. So this is the academic flexibility at a glance, right from the 1st year to final year. So if you see, there is a project-based learning where you have to take a mini project and complete it in a diverse group of students coming together and doing that project. There is an exposure course, which is hobby-based course. And from the first year itself, you can start doing the internship if you are getting those opportunities. Or if you feel that you need some time to accommodate to the engineering environment, do it from second year onwards. But do not keep it only for third year and final year, because then there are preparations of GRE, then preparations for mock test of the placements, and all those things will start. So start at least when you complete the first year and before the second year begins. Start doing internship from that vacation only. These internships can also be part-time internships. It is all dependent upon how many hours you are completing. So 40 hours per week is 1 week. Okay? So you will have to accumulate those internship credits so that at the end of 4 years, you are completing the 10 weeks of mandatory internship. So here, 10-week mandatory internship I have written on in every year. Okay? See to it that you are not keeping it just for the last year or third year. Then in second year onwards, minor or honors will, if you opt for, that additional course will start. Some minor and honor programs are starting from third semester, some are commencing from fourth semester. So that will be told to you. You need not bother about that. Then there is a possibility from fourth semester onwards for student exchange. So that is also mentioned over here, student exchange. And then in third year, you have open electives, humanities and management, the program-specific departmental electives, the project which you will start from sixth semester onwards, and the minor and honor will continue because it's a bunch of course which you have to do, one additional course per semester from the third semester or fourth semester onwards. And then in final year, you have this open elective technical, and there are department-specific electives as well, and there is an option of semester-long internship also. So this basically summarizes all the flexible components of the curriculum of your B.Tech degree program. So many things are there which are coming maybe in third semester, fourth semester, fifth semester. How will you get the information about that? So the only way by which you will get the information is you will have to check your emails regularly. So Somaya domain emails which you will be getting, you will have to check at least twice a day that inbox. Okay, because all the official emails are floated on your Somaya domain ID only. So whichever facility is upcoming regarding that, all mails will be coming to you, and you will have to basically be vigilant and watching those emails. And also, since a facility is there like open elective generic, which is coming in fourth semester. So orientation will be given to you. You will be explained what choice of courses you have under that open elective generic. Everything will be explained to you in the form of orientation. You will be given a choice form. You will have to revert back with the choices, and then the allotment will happen based on whatever rules are formulated for that. So for every upcoming facility, just before the facility starts, you will be oriented about that facility again. This is just a short orientation, but a detailed orientation of the specific facility will be given to you as and when it is required. So you do not bother about that. So the things which you can do is seek guidance from your proctor, from your faculty members, from the coordinators who are assigned for certain kind of work at department level. There are coordinators at institute level, so you can seek their help and you can understand about the facility. You can basically get resolved your queries and so on and so forth. Minor and honor program, because there is exit option, you need not, what you can say, that should not be a hurdle for you to opt for minor or honor program. There is no harm in opting. You can take it. There are few students who do not opt it. That is also fine because they are interested in some other project competitions and kind of things. They are doing the work fantastic over there. That's fine. Okay? But if you are not so much into other co-curricular and all those things, if you want to get that additional degree, you basically go for minor or honor option. Okay? And internships, compulsory internship to karna hi hai. There is no way out. But do the internship such that some learning happens. It is not just for the sake of doing it, कि ठीक है पहचान का कोई company है, letter मिल गया 2 weeks के internship का हो गया. Do not do it for that purpose. Basically, the internships, if you are doing at a good place, will basically enhance your learning like anything. And studying abroad is also an option, but as I said, either you can do student exchange or you can do the semester-long internship. So, basically, as the opportunities are coming, be wise in choosing those. You should not burden yourself with too many things. Take up few things only, mandatory things, anyways you are required to do. उसको कुछ option नहीं है. B.Tech degree के syllabus को या उसके courses को कोई option नहीं है, वो आपको करना ही है. Wherever there is an additional thing or feature which is coming up, choose those things wisely. It's not that each and everything you will have to enroll into, not required. Select few things of your interest, the co-curricular, extracurricular, or these optional facilities. Choose wisely based on your interest, your career paths, okay? And do it honestly and complete it, right? It should not happen that every opportunity you are just trying to get into and you are not able to complete it. So don't do that. Take whatever basically appeals you and put your honest efforts and be successful in that. Okay? So overcommitment karna nahi hai. Be wise in doing that. Attendance, yes, 75% of minimum attendance is mandatory in theory as well as labs. You will have to adhere to it. Okay? And we have a continuous assessment. So your entire assessment is not based on your end semester marks or results. You will be assessed or evaluated at regular intervals during the semester for every course. So if you perform average or little above average also, you will land up into a good pointer at the end. So that is the beauty of continuous assessment. Try that you do not have any failures in the courses. Because if you do it wisely, you will really land up into good pointers. And what will happen that if you keep on adding the backlogs, it will burden you with your current semester. Okay? एक आध बार केटी लग भी जाए तो कुछ issue नहीं है, but do not repeat the same mistakes again. Learn from your mistakes and avoid having those kind of backlogs. Okay? So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for the patient listening. So there will be people who will address your queries, but if there are some generic queries, I may take up now. Any generic queries if you have, I'm open to take up those queries now. In the first session, there was a query wherein a student has asked me, if I choose a minor course or an honor course, is there a possibility of changing that minor or honor course later? So there is no possibility, because say if the minor course you are undertaking in semester 3, you have undergone semester 3, and in semester 4 you feel that this is not a choice for me. But already the honor or minor program, which you want to opt it now, has already, say, commenced from the 3rd semester onwards. So you cannot have those choices. Okay? Once you freeze the choice by the end of the first year, or before the beginning of the second year, for the minor and honor, you will have to go along with those choices. Okay? So make the choices wisely. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So thank you so much. No, because you are not an enrolled student into the college. See, there is an academic calendar which is uploaded on the website. So academic calendar, you can find it on the website. In About section, download documents, academics, academic calendar. So there is a definite date from which the semester starts and where the semester will end. So once your semester 1 commences, from there onwards, whatever you will do with respect to the internships will be counted. Yeah. That again depends upon the choice. Honors program, there are students who prefer the honors program. For example, computer IT students may go for honors program. Because they feel that there are jobs, they get packages good in the software companies. But at the same time, we also have to remember that these software companies are not pure software companies. They are developing softwares for some other domain, okay, for some other companies. So always that interdisciplinary domain knowledge is required, okay? So what I feel is that it depends upon your aspirations, what you want to do, but always it is preferable that you have multiple domain, what you can say, knowledge along with your program of choice.
Ma'am.
Sorry? Internships, basically faculty members will keep on floating the internships. Again, you will have to look into the emails. There are certain companies also which come for internships. Again, the mails are floated by the internship in charge or the training and placement office. You will have to watch that. You can also find internships on your own, okay, which are outside. You know somebody, like some company, and you have some contact, and if you are getting better internship opportunity over there, that is also a way in which you can bring the internships.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, small query. 2 queries, actually.
Okay.
One of them is, if I choose a minor honors,
Okay.
and I choose to exit
Okay.
on the 4th semester,
Okay.
so still I will be credited the credit points or no? Or it's 0 totally?
Those credit points will not appear in the final transcript of your, see, what happens is, you have not completed that minor or honor program.
Yes.
अभी ऐसा है क्या कि 4-year degree program है आपको, and you will have to complete all the requirements. So similarly, for earning the minor degree, you will have to complete all the credit requirements of that minor or honor degree. If you leave it in between, your transcript, final transcript, will not reflect those minor and honor courses, but you will get separate certificates for completion of those courses.
Also, ma'am, as you said, for student exchange and SLI. So if I choose, for example, student exchange, it will be counted in my 10 weeks internships?
No.
Still, so no. I will be lacking the 2 weeks in the year.
There are enough gaps. See, in every summer vacation, you get enough time for doing the internships. Winter vacations are short, but still you have around 25 days to 1 month's time in the winter internships. Summer internship, around 2 months. So even if you are spending 1 semester outside, it will make no harm.
So it's not counted basically in the 10 weeks?
No.
Thank you, ma'am.
No. It is not an internship, it's an entire semester you are doing it in the other college. Sorry?
Including SLI, even though I choose SLI.
Yeah. One of the mandatory requirement for you to opt for semester-long internship is completion of mandatory 10 weeks internship.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Wait for the mic. Wait for the mic.
Hello. Ma'am, is the minor program enough to land a job, as in if I'm in computers and I do a minor in electronics, so can I land a job in, say, the semiconductor industry?
Yeah, you can. There are instances, this batch which has passed out recently, there are instances where a non-computer IT branch student has been placed into the software industry because of opting for the minors in computer and IT domains. So that possibility is always there. Done. Last question. So we will take this as last question.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like in the open elective generic course that you mentioned, is it compulsory to take it, or
Yes, compulsory.
and is it compulsory to complete it, just like the no, like will my
Every
mark sheet
component,
be will my mark sheet be held if I didn't complete?
you will not pass your second year
Oh, okay.
if you do not complete open elective generic, because it is a credit course, 3 credit course.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonali ma'am, for such an interactive session. Up next, we have a session on National Service Scheme and Academic Bank of Credit by Dr. Ramakrishnan Sundaram, Registrar of Academics, SVU. Over to you, sir. Deputy Registrar of Academics, SVU.
Good afternoon, student friends. Am I audible? Lot of good questions, that too in the post-lunch session is very exciting, you know. So we get inspired. Today I will be talking about two things. One is National Service Scheme. I'll talk very briefly about it. And then about Academic Bank of Credits. I think you are already in the process of certificate verification, eligibility verification. I will be seated there to help you out with it. But I'll explain you how it works. Just two buttons. This way. Sorry. Okay. I'm just skipping the initial slides because these are available in the website of our university. So I'm not repeating the same thing. I will put something very interesting for an engineering graduates. Okay. This is specifically for us, we have done this. So last year we had done a lot of conceptualization on this. National Service Scheme is primarily equivalent to something like your NCC, National Cadet Corps. Only difference is that involves intensive military type training, and you get a B and C certificate in that. But in National Service Scheme, you can apply more of your intelligentsia for the social welfare. And your technical curriculum, what you are studying, you have three components in any of your studies or your college life. One is curricular activity, another is called co-curricular activity, and it's called extracurricular. Now, you want to keep it extracurricular, then that needs additional time for you. You want to relax, that time you can come down for NSS activities. But that apart, you can also convert your curricular and co-curricular activities for a little bit social welfare. For example, I am showing this thing. This is a device which is a sailing drone which can clean the drains, which could be a solution for a problem which we are facing in the urban water bodies. Okay, now you are an engineering student. You would be designing as a part of mechanical engineering, as a part of electronic engineering, as a part of computer engineering. You may write software for this. So we could create this kind of devices which could clean up. And so you just need to put it in your project work. Take the help of your teachers, who are the most, one of the few of the most technically known person in this city. So you know that NSS activities there in IIT Bombay, followed by very few engineering college. One of the colleges is us, because we are, as a university, we are having an NSS unit. So primarily, whatever you have done in your project, you need to show the demonstration. Here, the hours you spend to do the activity is also counted as an NSS hour. Apart from that, minor and micro discussions can always happen. It can happen physically. It can also happen through WhatsApp or through other chat mechanisms, including Zoom meetings. And you can discuss the project openly. And then later we can become a knowledge house of this, because these kind of activities need low-cost solutions, effective solutions. And then we are putting back here. I will show you one more. This we worked it in Arunachal Pradesh in the border areas. So primarily what happened, this morning I have explained this. We went there to create seed canisters which could be put on places where there is lightning or there is forest fire, where the seeds could be dropped by drones. And these are seed balls which will generate as pine trees or other trees in the border area. And this is very helpful for the soldiers. This was our activity. So we flew this drone up to a border village, and then the drone is almost discharged with this electricity, and then you land it, recharge it and get it back. This was our original plan. But when we went there, apart from the military, we also interacted with the local social workers, and then we found out that medicines reach every 2 or 3 days once there. That means if I order even through Amazon, it has to go through only by the postal department. The only way you can reach the village is the last mile connectivity is only by the postal department. So postal department, every alternate day, they send down a postman. He goes up and he delivers everything. It takes 6 to 7 hours to reach there. That means morning he starts walking through the thing, and the area is completely protected only by the BSF and the Indian Army. So primarily you reach the border town, you deliver all the goods there, you distribute everything, and mostly people come to the post office and collect everything, and then that day night he has to stay there. Next day he has to freshen up and start climbing down. Again it takes 5 hours to come down. So next day there will be no service. Next day again he starts climbing. So what was told to us was that, sir, can you use these drones, and how fast these drones can reach this kind of far-fetched villages? I said 2 hours. So what we decided was the seed bank, instead of from the plains taking the seed all the way up there, we created the seed bank in the village with the local people, and the medicines were flown up to the village, medicines were delivered, and while the drone was charged and coming back, it used to spray down the seed balls. So it is a win-win situation, otherwise it was coming empty. Now there was also local employment created. Now all this happened because of the technical know-how, not because of me. I went down to conduct a medical camp, I went down to conduct an NSS activity. But because we had in our team a lot of technical people, they could tell that, sir, this canister, jitna wazan hota hai, utna hi wazan ye medicines ko ho sakta hai. All the other postal things which can go slow is going slow only till now. Okay. So this is one of the technology you people can do, and this is a very latest technology. Okay. So similarly, we can also do automation of tree planting, including tree transplantation, branch grafting. All this could be automated with the mechanical engineering knowledge which we have already. And what happens nowadays, we don't cut the trees, we don't prune them, we just take the JCP and pull it down. Okay, so we have already automated tree cutting. You have to put back the tree also in an automated way so that more trees could be planted in a shorter time. Okay, so this is not a big machine, understand? This is a simple, your kids toy shop product which is converted in such a way, the battery has been enhanced, and then we can use it for tree plantations. Similarly, we can also give know-how for tree transplantation technology, because a lot of processes are there. Today's package in BMC is 20 to 25 lakhs per annum for a tree transplantation expert who is primarily a civil or a mechanical engineer. Okay, it's not some agricultural experts who is doing it, because it involves a lot of engineering principles to be followed. We can graft a pruned down branch into a new tree. Okay, so this by we can create more number of those. This is done in RM Milk Colony. So I just want to show you that. So these are the things which we expect from our NSS students, and last year out of 170 of them were engineering students. And also I would like to tell you got Government of India internships and experiential learning also. And 10 credits is awarded normally for the NSS activity. This is a free independent credits from your existing curriculum. So I told you already, you can add your curriculum as a part of it. And second thing, you can also do a 5 credit open resource course conducted jointly by UNICEF and Government of Maharashtra. That 5 credits will be directly awarded in your academic bank of credit ID, and then you can use it for your future studies also. So they are free credits. And apart from that, 10 marks is awarded overall in grazing, so you can use it for either passing out if you are falling short of 1 or 2 marks, or you are falling short of first class or distinction by 1 or 2 marks, that could be added. So that is an advantage of being a part of NSS. Total number of hours is 140 hours per day and per year, 140 hours. That means approximately 2.5 hours. Half an hour we can keep for discussion, and 2 hours per week you could use it for your activity. So plan your engineering projects wisely, and please join the NSS so that you get to involve. And apart from that, you can also have other adventurous activities like summer camp, winter camp, and Republic Day camp, special camps. And majority of the camps, these are sponsored for you. You have to just enjoy a type of backpacker's life over there. So this is about NSS. The other PPT, ABC, NAD PPT. I'll show you the basics of NAD. Basically, originally it was started as DigiLocker. Many of you may have the DigiLocker. And in DigiLocker, they created a facilitation process called Academic Bank of Credits, ABC. Now it has been upgraded as, it has been upgraded as Automated Permanent Academic Account. So this account is for your lifetime, like how you have a PAN card for your income tax and tax filing requirement, and you have Aadhaar card for a lifelong identity. This is for your academic activity. The smallest of a workshop certificate to the highest of your PhD or postdoctoral fellowship can be given. In fact, in maybe later stage, your Bharat Ratna and your Padma Shri awards can also be given in this, so that even you lose it physically, you still have a DigiLocker copy of it. The greatest advantage is not just that you are digitalizing the certificate, because there are many platforms which could digitalize your certificate. This is also allowing you to trade your credits. That means whatever free credits or excess credits you have accumulated through various activities, including NSS, NCC, workshops, internship, experiential learning, any external learning, all these are deposited as free credits, like a demat account. So you can use this, and you can also negotiate with your universities or the university which are contacting you for online programs, saying that I already have 15 credits and I want to do a 30 credit program or a 40 credit program. So up to 40% of your entire credit requirement can be managed through this. So remaining 60% you have to accumulate. So totally that will lead to an award of a certificate. This is one part. Second part, there is nothing called original certificate. Every certificate will be a true copy. That means if you lose your Aadhaar card, you don't go behind the Aadhaar card issuing authority to issue a fresh Aadhaar card. No. What you do simply is go to a Xerox shop and give your OTP. He will download your Aadhaar, and you want to print it in gold leaf or silver foil or anything else, you can do that, or simple plastic or PVC also you can put it. Similarly, all your certificates, just imagine all your certificates become digitalized. This is the true digital copy. That means I don't need to, there is nothing called original after that. So every time you can download it, print it, laminate it and keep it fresh. Suppose you lose it, you can do it again. So there is a lot of advantages. Nobody can hold your certificates. Nobody can use it as a trading product. It is your certificate and you have the fullest right for your certificate. So another advantage is name change. You simply change your name in your Aadhaar, automatically in all the other documents it will be copied paste. So what will happen with that is you don't need to carry an affidavit, you don't need to go to a magistration court or give some advertisement, nothing is required. You lose your certificate, don't need to worry. And many of the time, you go to an employer for a job opportunity, you don't need to carry your originals. Many times you get the interview note saying carry all your originals. Now there is no original. I can carry a Xerox copy or a color Xerox or a laminated copy. And if they do want to do verification, it is a 1 minute process. One OTP will come to your mobile. You give them, that is a temporary one-time OTP, and they can verify all your certificate from the official site itself. Your certificate verification will be done in 10 minutes time. So that is what the Government of India is planning to do with this particular process. So you have any doubt regarding both either the ABC, that APAR system, I'll play a few. So except your death certificate before which you have to enter somebody else, all the other certificates, including your insurance documents, everything you will get it in the DigiLocker. That is the advantage. Now this is how it works. Here you don't accumulate only marks, you obtain credits from the marks, and from the credits you get the credit recognition and further degree diploma award. Okay, so this is how the government is addressing this. How you have the demat account for your physical shares were converted to digital shares. So similarly, so it is legally valid document. If a police catches you and you show your license from your mobile from a DigiLocker, he has to accept it as an original document. He cannot ask you to think, and neither he can confiscate your license because it is in your mobile. Otherwise, what this fellow does, he'll take your RC, everything, and tell that, आप वो लाओ और बाद में ये सब लेके जाओ, नहीं तो you have to give him some money. Now, if he takes your mobile, you can say that he has stolen my mobile. Okay, so that is the advantage. Already, nearly 50 crore plus accounts have been created, DigiLocker accounts. 30 plus crore ABC accounts have been created. The difference is ABC will allow you to trade credits, and DigiLocker is primarily an umbrella platform to hold all your certificate in digital platform. Okay, so this is something which we can explain you. It's a very detailed document. I'll place it here, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. And if you don't have doubts, we will meet when your certificate verification happens. And anybody who is not having an ABC APAR account, you can come to me. I will help you in creating. It will take 5 to 10 minutes through your DigiLocker. Any doubt? Yes, please. Yes. Will they be traded for? See, simple. If you are joining an engineering program, they have the fixed credit. The credit will come automatically. The degree award, the credit will be deducted. Okay. Suppose you are joining a 140 credit program, engineering program. 140 credits will be deducted from you, and you will be given a degree certificate. But suppose the same college you are performing really well, the college has awarded you 20 additional credits for your extra, all the time you will do an extra project or something, you will get a patch or the other say certificate or some document. Now you will get credit. This is additional to 140. You will have 160 credits. So 20 will be your credit. So when you get admission in some other university for PG or a certificate course, if it is a related topic, or they are ready to accept your credit, you can keep that credit for the 40% of the entire credit of the course. So the other course is a 10 credit program, and you are 30 credit program. You can go even when you are employed and you are studying side by side some online program, some digital program. You can always trade this way. It is recognized. And more important is that even if you are holding a free credit, you can always say, like I have done a certificate program, you can say I have a 10 credits on this field. 15 credits with NSS, that is equal to social service. So suppose you are getting employment in an engineering company for CSR branch, corporate social responsibility. You are employed there. This will be taken as a subject credit for them. Okay? Yes? Explain your query. Anyone else? Any query? I am available in the Bhaskara area building 4th floor, library block. Anytime, if you have anything to be discussed, related or ABC related topics, you can always approach me. Okay, my name is Dr. Ramakrishnan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramakrishnan sir, for enlightening the students about NSS and also ABC. Next, you have a very important presentation lined up. The presentation is by Dr. Suren Padwardhan, the head of the Department of Science and Humanities.
Good afternoon. It's not working. Hello. Yeah. Good afternoon. So are you finding it useful? Yeah. So shall we extend till 7, adding one more session? Okay, don't worry, we have already tested your patience, 4 hours sitting on one place. So good to see that you had a lot of questions about minor, honor, semester-long internship, placements. But shall I tell you one thing? These all things are in future. Okay, so as and when the time comes, these things will be introduced to you again, and you have a time to decide about these things. Okay, so right now you think of your present, and that present is first year. Okay, and that is why I'm here to tell you about the first year activities. So I'm Dr. Suren Patwadhan, head of the Basic Science and Humanities Department. And till you are in first year, irrespective of your branch, I'm going to be your effective head of the department. Okay, so let me just give you a brief idea about the first year activities in our department. So this department will serve as a single point of contact during your first year. So all your academic activities will be coordinated by our department. So right from the distribution of this roll call, division and timetable will be shared by us by this weekend. So also the other things like the participation in various sports, competitions, so all these applications should be routed through our department. Okay. Then when it comes to the leave, medical leaves, or if you are remaining absent, so these things should be communicated to the attendance committee of our department. Similarly, about anything related to examination, so there is a department examination committee which will coordinate it, and it will pass on to the respective central level authority. Okay. Along with the head of the department, that is myself, another person is going to play an important role in your life, at least as long as you are in the campus, and that is the proctor. Okay. So the proctor, so this is my contact details. This is our group. I will tell you about the proctor in a while. So this is our group. So our department consists of faculty from physics, chemistry, mathematics, environmental science, and English communication. But we are not the only one who look at the first year, because the first year takes a lot of people, considering the mass of students, what we are admitting to. So there are about hundreds of faculty and staff across all departments who collectively contribute to the first year activities. And our department plays the role of the coordinating with all departments in first year. So coming out to the proctor system, which I was mentioning. So a proctor will be one of the faculty, either from your department or from other department. And he or she will be there till you graduate out. And the proctor will have the entire record, your professional as well as personal record. So it is suggested that you share your good amount of details with the proctor. Okay, because say if you have some medical history, for example, then if the proctor knows about it, then the proctor can actually put forward your application to the proper authorities. Okay, so talking about some do's and don'ts in the first year, some important things about, I think Sonali madam talked about academic calendar. So these are some important dates in your academic calendar, and just look at, so these just some few dates. I will give a QR code at the end of the presentation where you can download the entire academic calendar, okay, for your reference. I just want to point out to one important date here, that is, I don't know whether this pointer is bright enough, the end sem examination, okay? What's the date? Can you, can the last people, November, okay? So how many days are there in your hand? Kitne hai? 4 months, okay? So only 4 months, there's going to be a jam-packed schedule, right from morning to evening, and you literally have no chance to think of any other activity, okay, other than learning the new subjects. There are about 10 different subjects, theory as well as lab. Each one has got a rigorous evaluation component, and as Dean Academics told, it's going to be a continuous assessment. So every week there is going to be some assessment, and you really don't have time, okay? Within 4 years, you have to make a transformation from your traditional education, that is the school education, to a professional education, okay? So that's why I told you at the beginning, so right now you focus at the present, okay? And at least in first semester, your target should be to clear all subjects with at least 8 or higher pointer, okay? So that's the important message I want to give you. Okay, maybe the council members will agree with me because they already experienced it, okay? Yeah. About the college timings now, okay. Dhakka lag gaya? 7 to 6? Don't worry, but not every day you have to come at 7 o'clock. It's only about, say, two days you will have to come because we have something called as exposure courses. And if you select sports, then typically the sports activities are conducted in the morning, okay, 7 to 9. So that is the one. And then on some days, you'll have some laboratories, like chemistry laboratory or mechanics laboratory. So these are scheduled from 7 o'clock, okay, for some batches, okay, not for all. So you might be fortunate enough to escape from that 7 o'clock slot. The important point I actually want to stress here is that out of this, the actual classes, the contact session, what we say, so that's going to be only 5 to 6 hours per day, okay? But then you don't just come to the college to attend the lectures and go home at the end of the day, because everybody, I think first day also, most of you were there. So the guest and the principal and the vice chancellor, everybody was talking about the overall development. Okay, so these are the days where the academic excellence is not sufficient. Okay, you have to show the excellence or skills in other domains also. Okay, so you could be equally playing good football, for example. Okay, you could be a good guitar player, for example. Or you will having a good amount of knowledge of languages, foreign languages, and so on. So basically what I meant to say that you have to develop some other skills also in addition to academics. Okay, if I'm an employer, for example, if I'm a job giver, what I will do, I have, say, 2 students with me. One student has got a 10-pointer out of 10, but he is nil, nothing in any of the activities. Again, not playing sports, not participating in any student councils, or not having any kind of a, say, hobby or so. And then I have another student who is a 7-pointer. And then he is a good, say, at least a state-level cricket player. Okay, and then he plays, say, something, say, guitar also very well. Okay, so I will choose the other one. Okay, and if it has some experience of, say, working in the council, student council, so I will choose the other player. Okay, so this is how the things go. Okay, so don't just focus on academics. Okay, college mein aa gaya, lecture attend kiya, ghar gaya. Okay, so don't do that. You spend the remaining amount of time in different councils are there, and different student groups are there, different department bodies are there. So everyone has to be a part of one of the student committees or student bodies. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so apart from your academics, anyway, there are so many, like I'll show the list later on, but at least a student body ka ya some student council ka you have to become a part. Okay. Yeah, some important do's and don'ts. Attendance is going to be important. We are going to strictly monitor your attendance. Okay, you have to complete the stipulated minimum requirements of attendance. And we have a attendance monitoring system through the department committee also and through the proctors also. And we are also developing a application where this attendance will reach your home directly, okay, and then it will create havoc. Okay, so if you want to stop that, then be regular, okay, in your attendance in lectures and practicals. The two more things that check the Somya mail account regularly, daily, I will say. How many of you do that? Roj kaun check karta hai Somya mail ID? Yeah. Still, there are few people. Okay, so this number should increase to 100%. Okay, so from today onwards, you daily check your Somya mail ID, Somya mail account. Okay, because this is the mail ID which is going to be flooded with a lot of mails, including तुम्हारा roll number क्या है, timetable क्या है, minor कौन सा float हुआ है, and then what are the internship opportunities which are there, what are the placement companies which are visiting, बाहर कौन सा open elective generic चल रहा है, okay, so which you want to select, okay, sports का selection कब हो रहा है, all the mails you will get on this Somya mail ID, okay. So रोज open the mailbox, check for new mails. If you feel anything is faltu, just delete it, okay. So, but just see that your mailbox is not popped up by many unread mails. Another thing is that you also read the notice boards. There are a lot of notice boards which are placed around. There are some notice board outside our office, that is room number 15. You will find a lot of notice boards across the student council rooms and in the admin office, outside the exam hall and everywhere. Okay. So week में at least एक बार देखो कुछ नया उधर लगा है क्या. Okay. There will be a lot of things which will be put up on the notice board also. So these two things are very important. ये बहुत simple है, but these are very important. Okay, to check the mail and to check the notice boards. Yeah, one very important thing actually I wanted to share with you, that there have been some incidences earlier, and that has created panic, particularly in parents, if parents are attending in the other parents in the online session. So it's for you actually that the college does not organize any industrial visit or picnic as such, okay, officially. So if someone is coming to you, and now you people are very smart, okay, you can create college logo, you can mimic my signature, and then you will show that the college is organizing some picnic. Okay, so 5,000 rupees is the charges. Okay, so don't pay to any stranger which is coming to you. You first get the authenticity of it by asking to the correct person. So who are the people whom you should approach? So these are the people whom you should approach. Either go to the HODs, either me or your own discipline HOD, or the principal's office or the admin office. If you have some queries about admission process, कोई आया कल बताया तुमको कि तुमको पूरा फी वापस मिल रहा है. Okay, don't believe on that. Okay, so go to the admission office, do the fact finding. Okay, and then you decide what is to be done. Okay, if you have some queries about the exam cell, go to the exam cell. So these are the authorities whom you should approach. So this is very important. Okay, little bit about the first year infrastructure. So the classrooms and the laboratories which we are going to use. So the classrooms are typically placed in both the buildings, either, so it depends upon which division you are allotted to. So you'll be either attending lectures in this building on the first floor or in the other building, okay, the Bhaskar. I think by now everybody knows what is A building and B building, okay, Aryabhatta and Bhaskaracharya. So the lectures will be in one of these two buildings. The laboratories are also spread everywhere. So for lectures, typically we see that you don't have to run at different classrooms, but for laboratories, you have to go at different places. Okay. See, there are some laboratories. For example, this is a project-based learning lab, so I will discuss about in detail with this course particularly, which is a new addition to our curriculum. Okay, now important part of the slide presentation, the teaching, learning, and evaluation. I think yesterday, principal has told you that we have revised the curriculum, first year curriculum from 2023, that is last year, and with a main intention to adopt the national education policy. Okay. So one of the feature of national education policy is to have this academic flexibility, which is at length described to you by my preceding presenter, okay, about the academic flexibility. Okay. So I will also come to that, being its important part in the NEP. The another important aspect in NEP is the project-based learning. So we have introduced this course from the previous academic year, And the main intention of this is to develop the problem-solving skills right from the first year. One more feature of this NEP is to have a common skill set for all students, irrespective of whether you are a computer student or a non-computer student. So every student has to learn at least some programming languages, basic languages. So for our curriculum, we have fixed Python and C, okay, as the two programming languages, which will be mandatory for all. Okay, so this chart will be difficult for you to grasp. But this just describes how rigorous is the syllabus formation in this college. One very important point I want to focus here is, so if you look at this thing, BOS, this stands for Board of Studies. And if you look at the members of BOS, you'll find that there are student representatives also. Okay, so there are some senior students who decide what is going to be the curriculum. Okay, so that is the main feature of the curriculum development in this institute. So with this, we have developed a syllabus which is at present kind of ideal, consisting of about 40% weightage to laboratory courses and 60% weightage to theory courses. So just have a look at the academic flexibility now. So Sonali madam has already talked in detail about it, but now I will tell you about the proper planning of these options available to you so that you can make an optimum use of all this academic flexibility. Okay? For example, in first year, it is important for you to complete the exposure course, okay, which is a mandatory non-credit course. So also the project in PBL. So these are the two things. So that's why I said, so you don't think about this minors on honor because they're going to be there in your second year. Okay, so there is a time, 8 to 9 months are there. So think of minor on honor when the time comes. Okay, so now you can just look at the syllabus, you can decide कि मुझे कहाँ जाना है, क्या अच्छा लगता है मुझे. Okay, but right now your focus should be to complete the exposure course, to complete the project in PBL. Okay, so that is the first. Because if you keep that pending, वो जाएगा second year में. Okay, so second year it will disturb with your minors and honors. ठीक है, तो वो minors and honors भी बिगड़ जाएगा, वो जाएगा third year में, where you have these open electives. And and it may happen that you get a chance for going to some foreign university, लेकिन तुम्हारा second year का minor honor courses बाकी है, KT का exam है, so you can't go. Okay, so that should not happen. So whenever a thing has to be completed, complete it at that time only. Okay, so you plan your academic flexibility in such a way that हर एक साल में you address a particular thing only. Okay, so in first year, what is the focus? The focus should be to complete the exposure courses and the project-based learning. Sonali madam also talked about this mandatory credits. So there are 10 weeks of mandatory internship, 10 weeks of mandatory internships actually you have to earn. So now this has to be done in semester breaks. So after semester 1, there is hardly any break. Okay, so you don't get any time for that. But after semester 2, you will get at least 7 to 8 weeks of duration. Okay, so between second and third, third and fourth, fourth and fifth and so on, there is about 7 to 8 weeks you get. Okay, so out of that, 3-4 weeks, you can go for some picnic. Okay, घूमने जाओ. Okay, खेलो. ठीक है, so you can just spend your time in some other activities. Okay, but जो बाकी के 3-4 weeks है, so you devote these 3-4 weeks for completing the internships. ठीक है, so the internship can be, you can have external internship, or there are faculty in this college who offer internships on their projects or on their software development. So you can choose any one of them. There is a detailed session on internships and how to complete the internships in this orientation itself. So that time, most of your queries will be solved. But main point is that, the point actually why I put up this slide is, Sonali madam has talked about this semester-long internship. So that's going to be optional. It is not mandatory. This 10 weeks internship is mandatory, that everybody has to do it. But a semester long, it's just a additional option given to you. And if you ask me, I will tell you that you actually try for the semester long internship, because most of the semester internship has a high probability of converting into pre-placement offers. So about these semester internships and pre-placement offers, we have a session, I think, on Wednesday, tomorrow, by TPO, okay, our training and placement officer. Okay, so here, where he will handle your queries. Okay? So the purpose of this slide is to tell you that since you have to aim for the semester-long internship in the final year, the mandatory internship should be completed till you reach the final year. So don't keep any mandatory internship pending till your final year. जो semester के breaks मिल रहे हैं, okay, second to third you will get first break of about 8 weeks, okay, third to fourth के बाद में मिलेगा एक 3-4 week का, okay. So likewise, the sixth semester, okay, by the time you complete your sixth semester, तुम्हारा mandatory जो internship period है, so वो सब खत्म होना चाहिए, ठीक है, so that you get a good chance to go for the semester-long internship. Am I clear? Yeah, so these are some additional slides. So we use a lot of ICT tools, our faculty. One important ICT tool we use, many faculty use extensively, is this LMS, Learning Management System. And so this is a Moodle-based, very time-tested software. The faculty will actually use it for conducting your quizzes, IA component as internal assessment and so on. So there may be some sessions separately on how to use this LMS. That's simple actually. Okay. So we'll teach you about that also. Then you all will be enrolled to this MS Teams for online sessions. So we also conduct some online sessions. We take remedial lectures, additional lectures and so on. So for which we'll make use of this MS Teams sessions. Most of the laboratories have this combination of hands-on experiments and virtual lab experiments. So out of that, the virtual lab experiments are conducted through the IIT Bombay Nodal Center. Okay, so in every laboratory, physics, mechanics, BEE and so on, you will find that there are some virtual labs which faculty will conduct. And these are conducted through these IIT Bombay Nodal Centers. One more feature, this Dean Infrastructure will tell you, I think after this, that is this lecture capturing facility. So in some of the classrooms, we have this lecture capturing facility where when I'm taking lecture, there's a PPT going on and I'm writing on the board. So all these things along with my audio will get recorded. And then there is a platform where we share it to you. So the important thing is that when you study for the exam, you can look at these videos. It's just like you are re-attending the lecture. Okay, so you will go through the videos, so that will be very useful for preparing the examination. In addition to this routine teaching, there are guest lectures. You'll find that different departments, they arrange some guest lectures. So it is important to attend these guest lectures because in many cases, we call industry people to address. Okay, and what an industry person will tell you will be totally different from what we tell us. Okay, so the faculty, the academic person has some different insight, whereas the insights of an industry person are totally different. Okay, so you get benefit from them whenever you have some guest lectures organized by any department. So it is open to all. So if you are a mechanical engineering student, nobody will stop you in attending some guest lecture in say computer science. Okay, so you can attend, provided you are free in that slot. Okay, so we have defined some free slots for first year. In Wednesday 4 to 6 is the slot which is kept free for all such activities, where all students can attend some important guest lectures arranged for you. Okay, coming to courses now, there are different types of courses you will find, and each course has got its own style of assessment. For example, if it is a theory course, it has got some in-semester examination and end-semester examination. If it's a laboratory course, it has got some written record of experiment, which you call journal, or it will have quizzes or on-screen test and so on. If it's a project, then you'll have to submit a project report, you'll have to give a project demo and so on. Okay, so each course has got a variety of assessment. Okay. You must have heard about this C and P groups. Okay, so a lot of confusion we create about these C and P groups. Okay, so basically the C and P groups means we will divide you into different divisions. So you will be either placed in divisions starting from C1, C2, C3, etc., or you'll be placed in divisions like P1, P2, P3, etc. Fine. Now, if we put you in C, one of the C divisions, okay, C1, C2, C3, etc., what does it mean? It means that in first semester, you are going to have these courses, okay, chemistry, EEEE or B.Triple-E, and this engineering drawing. And then you also have these courses which are common to both groups, okay, mathematics, programming, project-based learning, workshop, and exposure course. If we place you in P group divisions, P1, P2, P3, etc., then instead of this, we'll have the other set of courses, that is physics, mathematics, physics, mechanics, and communication skills, and the common groups. Okay, so that is how it's going to be. This is in first semester. Now in second semester, what will happen? Second semester, the common courses will continue, and ye jo do set hai, so this will be swapped. Okay, so in second semester, this is going to be the scenario. Okay, so those who take chemistry in first semester will have physics in the second semester. Okay, so the P and C is nothing but for chemistry and physics. Okay, so I hope this is clear. If it is not, we have a help desk at room number 15. So there are some senior students sitting for your help. So you can ask some of your routine queries to them. Okay, so they will solve about this. So at the end, everybody is going to learn all the courses. It's just a matter of some groups we have made so that you are not burdened. Okay, earlier you asked these people when they were engineers, faculty, they used to study 8 subjects in first semester. Okay, so we have just divided it out. So you just have to learn only 3-4 theory courses, that's it, and few lab courses. Okay, so just to not to overburden you, we have made 2 groups. Okay, so that you have less number of examinations to appear. So I'll talk in detail about these exposure courses and project-based learning. So this exposure course is a kind of a hobby course, and I already told you that you have to complete it in the first year itself. So we start this exposure course little late in the semester, maybe half of the semester gone, and then we'll start it. So there is a form floated for that, and options are called from you. So you have to give choices, you have to give preferences. So the exposure courses can be one of these. So either you can choose from this list, so there will be some more courses added to this, this list in this year, plus you can choose from sports. So, okay, so either you can choose from some sport or from this list. Okay, this list will be modified later on. So we have a campus with plenty of sports facilities. So either you can choose, select between football or badminton, or there's a squash court there, okay, athletics is there, cricket is there, and so on, okay, table tennis is there, okay. So if you select sports as the exposure course, then I told you that these timings are typically on 7 to 9. Coming to the next important course in your first year, that is project-based learning. As an engineer, you have to develop a lot of skills, and one of the basic skills required is the problem-solving approach. Okay, I think yesterday someone mentioned that you should be finding what are the problems surrounding to you. So that is the first requirement to be an engineer. Okay, what are the problems in the surrounding community, and then how to solve it. Okay, so for that you have to develop the problem-solving approach. Okay, so typically what happens if you refer to the engineering curriculum of different universities and institutions, typically the project starts in the third year or somewhere. Okay, so either at the end of the second year or third year. Okay, so by the time you go to third year, it's too late to go back and develop your basic skills. So that is the reason we have introduced one course in the first year to orient you towards the problem-solving skills, which are very much essential for doing any type of engineering project. Okay. So what we have done, we have defined 3 areas or 3 streams where you can develop your project. So these are the engineering exploration, the environment and sustainability, and robotics. So the list which I have given here is just illustrative. It is not mandatory that you should select from this list, but you can come up with your own ideas. So long as you can prove to the teacher that it fits into this one of the streams, and if your presentation is perfect, then that project will be sanctioned, okay, and you can start working on it. The typical timeline of this PBL course is like this. In semester 1, we don't start project. So we first want you to bring together, because the first thing required to do any project is you have 5 people who have matching wavelengths. Okay, so someone is looking there, other is looking there, third is looking there. The project will not happen anytime. Okay, so you have to communicate with each other. Okay, so we have a lot of team building activities. We have some hands-on sessions. We also give you some exposure to some tools like this 3D printer, Arduino boards, and then soldering and something everywhere. So the faculty are there to help you out. So that is what we do in the first semester. In the second semester is where your actual project work will start. Okay, so based on some say training given to you in the first semester, and based on your communication or discussion with the faculty and your peers, you will be allowed to select some project topic, and then you can start working on it. Yeah, we actually pick up some projects, and we actually allow them to have a project exhibition. So since this course was introduced last year, it was the first time when we arranged or organized a project exhibition of some selected projects from the PBL. So these are some photographs of the project exhibition which was held at the end of this academic year 23-24. Okay, so this is not working. Just go to the next slide. Yeah, see, these are some samples, 3D printed samples by our students. Okay. I will just skip this slide. Okay, for this you go to this help desk, how to decode the timetable. That's how your timetable will be when we send it. Okay, and you may not get nothing. You may not get anything from this. Okay, everything is coded, right from the faculty name, course name, room name, everything is coded. Okay, so go to room number 15 for how to read the timetable when you get it. Okay, once you get it, you can just find a way to decode it also. Now, little bit about this evaluation. So there are theory courses and there are some lab or tutorial courses. Typically, a theory course has got 2 components of assessment. One is continuous assessment and one is end semester examination. Okay, so you have 2 damage control options. Either you can score in continuous assessment, or if you do miserably in continuous assessment, you still have a chance to compensate in the end semester examination. But in a lab or tutorial course, you have no chance like that. Okay, because it's a continuous assessment. The assessment will happen every week. So if you remain absent for any week, that evaluation is gone. Your grade will automatically come down. Okay, so it is very important to attend the laboratory and tutorial courses and workshops very regularly. In fact, the attendance to lab and tutorial should be 100%. Okay, unless you have some specific serious reason. Okay, then lastly, we produce the result based on what is called as a relative grading system. All of you are aware about relative grading system since you have attempted CET and JEE or a JEE or both of them. Okay, so both are a kind of a relative grading system called as percentile systems. Okay, what we follow is a little different from that. Okay, say for example, this relative grading system, if someone gets 93 marks and he or she is the topper, okay, so these marks will be scaled to 100. And accordingly, if some other students say you got say 80 marks, so your marks will be also scaled in that proportion. Okay, so if you get the idea, so tell me if in some subject, if some student gets say 50 marks, okay, and that is the highest in the class. Okay, 50 marks, and the maximum marks are 50. And in the same class you are there, you get 40 marks. So what are your effective marks in that case? Effective marks. 80%, right? But that doesn't happen. Okay, that doesn't happen, and that is the catch here. Okay, if you see it carefully, I have written it as restricted relative grading. Okay, so what is this confusing restricted relative grading? So Anita madam will explain you about this. So we have some catch. Okay, we have kept some control factors. Okay, where we don't allow the quality to go down below a certain level. Okay. So if maximum marks are 50, okay, they are not scaled up to 100. Okay, and accordingly your scale will not be 80 in that case. Okay, if you have scored 40 in absolute marks. Okay, so it's going to be a little complicated. We have exam session by exam cell later on, where these things will be explained to you. Okay, so this I will just keep The IA, internal assessment, is a part of theory course, and each theory course have got lot many options. Okay, so there are different options where this the internal assessment will be done. Okay, it depends on the type. So if it's a programming course, most probably it will be quizzes or programming assignments. Okay, if it is a communication skills course, most probably it will be some kind of a presentation, okay, or report writing kind of a thing, or a case study or a kind of thing. If it is an engineering drawing subject, then there will be engineering drawing assignments given to you and so on. Okay. Likewise, when it comes to lab tutorial, again, depending on the type of lab course, you'll have different assessment methods for the lab. So these are the assessment methods. So there will be group discussions or on-screen tests if it is a programming lab, or if it is a say, physics lab, there will be a journal or quizzes and so on. Okay. If it's a PBL, then there will be a Viva and so on. So different lab courses have different types of assessment. And this is what I told you at the beginning. How many months? 4 months. Okay, you have to learn, master everything, and clear your grades with no KT. And at least you have to secure that you have at least say 8 or higher pointer. Okay, in worst case, you can go till 7 or higher. Okay, because normally the placement activities, sometimes if they want to filter out, they will see that whether you have got a throughout good grade point. Okay, instead of looking at the final year grades. Well, very important slide. So this also will be covered in detail by the exam cell presentation, but just to give an idea, because this is important, there are some things which might get repeated because they are important. So these are all the courses and their credits in your first year. So if you count them, it comes to about 42, I think. Okay, you can just count it. So if you fail in some subject, all those credits are gone. So for example, if you fail in applied mathematics, then all the 4 credits are not counted. Okay. So accordingly, if you want to go smoothly from first year to second year, the required minimum is 60% of the total credits of the first year. Okay, so that you should get. A failure in any subject will snatch away all the credits for the subject from you. Okay, so you can just count how much is the minimum required to continue in second year. Okay, but I hope you don't think on those lines, because as I told you, in first semester at least, okay, कुछ मत सोचो मुझे ये करना है वो करना है सब करना है. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में एक ही टारगेट होना चाहिए कि ऑल कोर्सेस यू क्लियर विथ ए गुड ग्रेड, दैट्स इट. ओके, डोंट पाइल अप. एक बार ये पाइल अप होना स्टार्ट किया, सो इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कम आउट ऑफ इट. ओके, एंड देन विल फाइंड दैट कि लास्ट सेमेस्टर का केटी ये सेमेस्टर के रेगुलर कोर्स के साथ बहुत प्रॉब्लम करा है. ओके, सो यू हैव 5 subjects earlier, now you have 8, then you have 12, then you have 15, and so on. Okay, finally, if you want to go to third year, okay, all your first year subjects should be clear. Okay, otherwise you don't get admission to third year. Fine. And then the other, one very important statistics actually, I'm writing some articles also on this. So what we found that most of the failures in final exam, okay, are due to the negligence in the in-semester examination. Okay, so it is the in-semester examination. A student, say, if I find that if he or she has failed in the final exam or the final grades are fail, if I go and check back how he or she has performed in the in-semester examination, that is also measurable. Okay, so that is one statistics I have actually made, about 80% of the matching statistics. Okay, so what is the message? The message is don't take the in-semester examination lightly. Okay, it's a very important part of your assessment. In-semester examination, if you dates agar yaad hai, so it is not far away. It is about only 7 to 8 weeks from now. Okay, where you have to appear for the in-semester examination. Okay, I am not trying to scare you, but I just trying to tell you that you should be cautious enough. Okay, so you have got admission to good college. You have got ample opportunities to explore your different skills other than academics. Okay, but academics should be at the main track. Okay. One very another important aspect, unfair means I also work as the convener of the Committee of Prevention of Unfair Means at the university level, and so I have a good statistics in that category also. One frequently observed unfair means is this possession of the mobile phone, okay, or any, not just mobile phone, any smart gadget like smartphone, for example, okay, in the examination hall. Okay. So it may happen unintentionally, okay, but students have been punished due to just the possession of the mobile phone in the examination hall. Okay, so there are a lot of instructions given before the examination. There are instructions given at the time of examination. Despite of that, okay, if you are not attentive enough and if you are just careless, because that's a habit, okay, we just carry our mobile. It has become so much integrated with our life these days. Okay, it is very difficult to keep the mobile phone away for say few hours, 1 or 2 hours. Okay, but then that unintentionally done act may lead to a serious complication when it comes to examination. Okay, so be cautious about it. Don't get indulged in any of the unfair means, including these chats and say talking to each other and so on. So these are so very common things. Okay, just for few marks. Okay, don't spoil your entire career. Okay, because if you get caught in the unfair means, that is reflected in the mark sheet also. Okay, and then you will find very down to show that mark sheet to someone if you are going in the outer market. Okay, so there is some, I think if this opens up, I can show you that. Just can you click the link? So there is a document in the university website about this unfair means. I just click that link. So just go through that document. All the important things are given. Even Anita madam will also share you this document at the time of examination. Scroll down. Scroll down, go to the last, yeah, this one. Notification, circulars, unfair means during examination. And click on that first link, 33, 34, 133, 133. No, upar. Yeah. Yes. Click on this link. Not getting? Okay, so there is an internet issue, so let it be. Just close it, then I will share you that link, but just go through it, okay, before your examination at least. I think during ISC also, madam will share it to you. Just look at, there are some illustrative examples given, which acts will be considered as unfair means. Okay, and then there are some, the quantum of punishments also given. Okay, just look at that. Okay, just for a few marks, don't fall into that category. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Okay, so I'll skip this. Just one slide I will show. This is not a complete list. Each department has got 2 or more department bodies, plus there are some college level bodies like student council is there. Okay. Again, I will tell you that although academics is a major track, everybody sitting in this audience, okay, everyone has to become a member of one of or the other department or college level committee. Okay, it can be a culture club, it can be a literary club, okay, it can be a music association, it can be a CSI council, or it can be a Sahas from our department, okay, or it can be one of the mega projects team. Okay, there are 7 mega projects now. So each one sitting here, okay, should be a part of at least one of the department level or college level student body or associations. Okay, so just note down that point very carefully. Okay, apart from academics, these are the student bodies which are going to lead you to that overall development, okay, which everybody talked about in the first day. Okay, next. So I'll just talk about the 2 associations of our department. Sahas is a general platform which is given for first year engineering students particularly, because in all the other councils, meaning the councils which are there with the other departments, main department or the parent departments, so they are typically the first year students will work as members or volunteers. Okay, it is only in Sahas you will find yourself in the position of office bearers. Okay, so you have to get some experience about leadership. Okay, you come to this Sahas and try to become an office bearer of the student body. Okay, the other one, the other one which is there is the Infinity Club, which is the club which is specially developed for those who are enthusiastic about mathematics. Okay, so those who love mathematics, those who want to solve some problems in mathematics, okay, you want to do some gamification in mathematics, okay, so this club is for you, okay. So come and join the Infinity Club. All these councils will give their own presentation during the classes, okay. So that time you can get connected with these council members, okay. Okay, just now go through these slides, okay. These are just glimpse, some photographs of the events conducted. Just one by one, just scroll it. So these are some events conducted by both the councils in the past. The last slide is where you, okay. So this is where you'll find the two important links. You can scan the code and just check whether you can open those links. One is this, the documents which the Dean Academics was telling you where to get that academic calendar. So the full-fledged academic calendar you will find on this first link, okay, going in the documents. You will also get the syllabus, first year complete syllabus. For accessing this link, you need to log in through your Somaya mail ID, okay. Sometimes it happens that you access this from your mobile phone, you are already logged in your Gmail, okay, and it doesn't work, okay. So just log out from your normal Gmail and then log in as your Somaya mail ID, okay. So if you have some trouble with the Somaya mail ID, again you contact that help desk, so they will show you the process to reset your password, okay, and to regain your account, okay. The other link which is there, that is the My Account portal. I think many of you have already accessed it. So from that link, you can get your fee receipt. You can apply for ID if you have not applied so far. You have to book a slot for that, and that password reset and everything also you have to do from this particular link. Okay, that is the second link which I given. Okay, and I already talked about help desk. So if you have any common question about first year, okay, you can ask quickly. Otherwise, we'll proceed to the next session.
Guys, if you have any questions, you can meet these speakers later on. They are in the college available. So we will move on to the next. We'll move on to the next session. To give you more details on the exam system here, I invite on stage Mrs. Anita Kantute, in charge of examination, KJSE.
Thank you so much. A very good afternoon to HODs present over here, deans, faculty members, and students. So myself, Mrs. Anita Kantute, I am examination in charge of KJSE. So ours is Somaya Vidyavihar University, and the Center of Examination is the highest body of this. Under Center of Examinations, the colleges who are under the SVU, Somaya Vidyavihar University, they conduct the examinations and process for the results. So now I will brief about the examination system in our college. So I will cover the points. You have to move. Examination system, evaluation system, exposure courses, about lab C and tutorials, relative grading system, and how the SGPI, YPI are calculated, about open day and eligibility criteria. So now I am going to give you the idea about how to read the curriculum scheme or syllabus scheme which is available on the website. So this is, you will study in two groups, Group P and Group C. Group P will have some subjects like physics, mechanics, along with your maths, and Group C will have the chemistry, EEE, engineering drawing, along with maths. Maths will be common. So these are the two sets of subjects, and in semester 2, you will, these subjects will get swapped. So here, the group course codes are given, because whenever you receive the question paper for a course, on that question paper, course code was written. You have to check this course code and subject name. The allocated hours are given. Allocated hours are given in the teaching scheme, and credits are given. So now we are related with these credits. Our duty is to gain these credits. That means to clear that subject. So these are the credits given in the scheme. So here it is the examination scheme of Group C. So where the marks are, how many marks are given to the courses. So this is divided into two parts, continuous assessment, CA and EAC. So this is continuous assessment for each theory course. The above 4 courses are theory courses. Along with this, there are some laboratory courses. For laboratory courses, the evaluation is in terms of laboratory CA. That is called as continuous assessment of laboratory work or tutorial work. And the this CA is related to theory CA. That means for that subject, course evaluation, continuous assessment will be there, and this comprises of ISC and IA. So we'll see later on what is it. So this is similarly scheme for Group P, the students who will study the subject of Group P. Again, the total credits 19 are given. The next one, this is the examination scheme for Group P. The examination, end sem examination is there for 3 courses, and for remaining courses there is a laboratory work, evaluation in terms of lab CA. Total evaluation is for 600. So these schemes, curriculum schemes are available on the website. For every semester, you have to go through this initially. How many subjects are there and what is the evaluation marks. So we are currently running SVU 2023 scheme. So last time there was 2020 scheme, the scheme is updated, and some courses like PBL, project-based learning, as HOD sir informed, this PBL is included as per the industry requirement, and Python programming and C programming, these course, laboratory courses you will study, which will have the on-screen exams. There is no theory exam for these courses, Python and C programming. Then with respect to examination pattern, this term work, oral, practical, there was such examination heads in previously in old syllabus. Now all these are replaced by laboratory CA. The student is evaluated continuously throughout the semester. And whatever the test assignments are conducted, taken from, based on that, the marks are given. So this is the main feature of this. We are not having, because of this, the examinations are reduced for oral practicals. And term work defaulter policy. This policy is there in other universities. We don't have this. Instead of that, we have to complete. It is very mandatory, compulsory to complete the lab CA. If lab CA is not completed within a semester, the student has to come again in the vacation. He has to do all the experiments, perform all the experiments. Then only the term is granted or that marks are allotted to the student. So this is the definition of course credit. So as we have seen, for mathematics, 3+1 credits are given. For engineering mechanics, 3 credits are given. So this is a number assigned to your academic work. And these credits has to be earned when the subject is passed or clear, that credits are given to that student. So based on this, the system is called as credit-based grading system. So we are not displaying the marks on your grade card, but instead of that, we display the credits earned. For completing engineering course, for example, 160 credits are there. The student has to complete all those within 4 years. So this is basic evaluation system. Each course will have continuous assessment and EAC, end semester examination. So here see, for 50 marks there is continuous assessment. Only rest of 50 marks are called as external, that you have to appear for examination, theory written examination. Okay, and these CA marks, this is, one is 30 marks for ISC. ISC is nothing but your unit test, midterm test. And IS means internal assessment. So this will be conducted during the lecture hours by faculties. So internal assessments are of various types. it may be assignment, it may be multiple choice questions, it may be open book test, etc. The faculty will first, in the starting of semester, the faculty shares this structure of IA. Then grant of term. So this rule is everywhere. Minimum 75% attendance is required in theory as well as lab. And at the start of term, this lab CA or lab tutorial, the structure of this lab CA will be shared by faculty members for every course. Which components are there in the lab CA, how they are evaluating the student based on that components. So it is nothing but, so under lab CA there may be quizzes, on-screen examinations, journals. Previously, or old traditional method, there is a written journal which is called as term work. And that term work will be evaluated for 25 marks. And there is an oral at the end of semester that student has to face for that. And it is the examination, oral examination. So this was the traditional method. Now, under this lab CA, for each and every experiment, the student is evaluated based on his performance. There are few marks there for attendance also. And in between some test can be conducted. This depends upon the faculty. So for every course, this format of lab CA will be different. It is different for your Python, because on Python, some on-screen tests will be conducted. They are not giving stress on some writing programs and all. Only the quizzes or on-screen examinations. So this depends, or this varies course to course. Then roll numbers and examination seat numbers. Examination seat numbers are roll numbers itself. This is 11-digit roll number which will be assigned to you. And this is the same as seat numbers. You can use these as seat number. So here, from these 11 digits, first two digits, 16, 16. This is our college code under Somaiya Vidyavihar University. Then 01. 01 is a program code for B.Tech. For M.Tech, it is 03. Then 01, 03, 04, you will find out this is the branch number. Okay? And then year of admission, 23, 24, it depends. And last 3 digits, these are your roll number. So you have to put roll number or this seat number for examination. Then we have seen in that curriculum or scheme, exposure courses. There is no marks or grades given to exposure courses. It is non-credit course, but it is compulsory. And this exposure course is one form of your hobby courses. You can choose as per your choice, hobbies. That means singing, painting, sketching, drawing, sports, anything. And the faculty evaluate this based on your assignments or work and sends one document, that is result sheet, to exam department. When student completes this exposure course, only there is an indication so and so exposure course is completed on your grade card of semester 2. Because this exposure course starts in semester 1 and ends at semester 2. So on semester 2 grade sheet, the indication is there regarding the completion of exposure course. And this is mandatory. Then only your final year grade card will be issued. Because whatever there in the scheme that you have to complete. For PG students, instead of exposure courses, there is MNCC. Mandatory non-credit courses, these are given in semester 1 and semester 2. That may be technical, non-technical, but it is compulsory to complete this. So as we have seen, our course, for example, physics, have 2 parts. One is theory part, one is laboratory part. In theory, you have to complete CA and EAC. And for laboratory work, you have to complete the lab CA, continuous assessment. Then we'll move with this passing criteria of the course. So here, for passing of a course, relative grading system is used. So passing marks for each and every subject are not essentially same. They may be different. So this relative grading or highest marks, the grade is allocated to students which is compared with the highest marks obtained in the class. Now here for first year, for the physics, to check the passing marks for physics, the entire class is taken. That means the students, all students who are studying the physics. This is the sample size. For example, so we'll go to document 255A, which gives us the rules and regulations related to examination. And there is a combined passing. We give grade to the total marks, EAC plus CA. The 40% marks, when we talk about in percentage, it is 40% is required to pass. That may be normalized 40 marks. For lab CA and project also, 40% is required. But here it is again, relative term is used. The grades are allocated to the marks obtained, which is compared to the highest marks obtained for that subject. That means, for example, in physics, the highest marks are 90. 40% passing is what? 40% with respect to 100. But now if we say how many passing marks are there if the highest marks is 90. So that will be 40% of 90. So it will go down to 36, which is much easier to secure that marks. Instead of 40, there is a 36. When we normalize this 36, that means 36 are made equal to 40. We will consider 36 as 40 marks. When we consider 90 as 100, that means 36 as 40. This will be the ratio. So all obtained marks by students will be multiplied by some factor that will be called as the normalized marks. So this is given in our 255A. So can you open that 255A? So in F5 B.Tech, there is no provision of any grace marks. So this is exam rules for eligibility, passing criteria, grace marks, and grievances. So this document will be shared with all students. It will be placed on the website. The link will be shared with you. Okay? So here, in first few rows, the information about the eligibility. That means vertical passing, vertical movement, it is given. How to go in the next year. Then about the passing criteria for EAC and for lab courses. So as I told you, everything is written here with example. Okay? And just now, HOD sir has told you, if the passing marks are or maximum marks obtained are too low, then what happened? Whether these marks are considered as 100 or some other criteria is there. So we are having one committee, that is result moderation and approval committee, and this committee has right to moderate the result or to cater or to tailor the grade table. So to maintain the quality, we will not consider the 60 marks as highest and 60 marks will be considered equal to 100. There, in that case, there is some ceiling. There will be some ceiling. I'm not now declaring that ceiling because that it is time to time discussed and decided by the committee, and by approval that will be finalized. So here the examples are given. When this document will get shared with you, you can check the examples. So how the grades are allocated. First, your obtained marks are normalized. And then to that normalized marks, the grades are allocated. Some abbreviations are used here. What is MO, marks obtained? PM means passing marks. You will get to know when you read this document in detail. And these abbreviations are used on your result gazette. Passing marks for each and every subject is declared and it is displayed at the top of that course. How much passing marks are there for one subject, because it is different. For mathematics, if highest is 100, then passing marks will be 40 for all. If highest marks are 90, passing marks will be 36 for all. The students who are getting 90, the marks, normalized marks will be displayed as 100, full 100 out of 100, and the grade will be given according to that. The highest grade, O. So in our college, some candidates are admitted in this category, PWD, this is special category, and there is a GR, government resolution, regarding these rules and regulations with this. We are giving extra time to such candidates, and there are some special provisions if the candidates admits in some that particular category. For blind also, we are having some provisions, etc. They are allowed to use the scribe or writer. Now, grievance handling. We are having the process for grievance handling. If the grievances are related to ESE, end semester examination, or ISE, related to any examination pattern or some numerical given in that, you can apply to exam cell within 2 working days. The grievance will be resolved and the decision will be communicated. After declaration of result, the student should not approach. वो question wrong था, उसमें ये data नहीं दिया हुआ था. So whatever the grievances are there, after the examination, you have to approach. Then information about the re-exam or supplementary exam. If any student fails to clear the subject, then he has to appear for the repeat examination. That is called as supplementary or KT examination. We generally conduct KT examinations for odd semesters and supplementary examination for even semester. Okay? If student fails in semester 1, 3, or 5, then KT examinations are conducted in May exam, summer examinations. If any student fails in summer examination, then the supplementary exam will be conducted in July, generally in July. So this is the pattern. And about the re-examination is a part of your original first examination only. There is a facility of re-ISE or re-examination, re-ESE, only in some special cases. For ISE exam, if student is absent because of any medical reason, he has to produce that medical reason with appropriate application to your departmental exam committee. This is only in case of ISEs. No re-exam for end semester examination. Very, very exceptional case means if student represents the college and he goes for any competition or technical competition, non-technical competition, paper presentation, or some Oran racing, anything, that time only the re-exam, permission of re-exam is given with prior approval. Then we are having this feature, facility, open day. The assess papers are shown to the students. Before that, results are declared. The rubrics or teaching assessment scheme that is shared with the student. Short solution or answer key is shared with the students. There are some protocols for open day. Students have to follow that. We are having the handling of reassessment re-verification. If student is not satisfied with the assessment, or if there is any totaling error or anything unassessed part found, then student can apply for reassessment or re-verification. But condition is student must see the paper. That means attendance on open day is compulsory. The implementation after the implementation of mass after the reassessment will get displayed. So this is our process flow. The very start, first activity is display of academic and examination calendar. So it is already displayed. We will conduct the examination as per the schedule, which is declared in the academic and examination calendar. Now, display of lab CAs. When your lecture starts, each faculty member will share with you the pattern of lab CA. Then timetable of IAC will get displayed in semester exams so that you can plan for that, plan your study for that. Then conduction of IAs. IAs will be conducted in between, so don't miss the lectures, don't miss the practicals. Then display of lab CA or TUT CA. The CA marks are already displayed to you after your examination. That means when result comes, result get displayed, you have to check whether the lab CA known to me, they are reflected in the result. If there is any discrepancy, you can apply. Then EAC timetable. EAC timetables will get displayed. Conduction of EAC, then open day, again reassessment, re-verification, and your final results after open day. This is our procedure. Then this is university grade table based on UGC. For 10 pointer or it is called as grade point, O grade is given. For 9 grade point, A plus grade is given. For 8, A grade is given. So this grade table we will use to allocate the grades. So this is your sample grade card. In upper part, all the student information is given. So whenever you receive semester 1 grade card or sem 2 grade card, you have to check the complete your name, whatever you had given at the time of admission. Or if you want any correction in that, you have to get it corrected at the initial stages only. So here, course code is given. So where you appeared, name of the course code, and credits allotted as per the scheme. Very first slide. उसमें क्या दिया था? How many credits are allotted to each course? If you gain that credits, it will be given, indicated on the grade sheet. So this is credits earned. Then C into G, credit earned, grade point is allocated as per your marks, and the product is taken. So your result is SGPI, Semester Grade Performance Index. It is sum of C into G divided by sum of credits. So this is your grade card. So this is formula for SGPI. Then YPI is what? Yearly Performance Index. It is performance index of 1 year, 2 semesters. So YPI is always printed on even semesters, full year performance. And CGPI is Cumulative Grade Performance Index. So this Cumulative Grade Performance Index, it is not average of just SGPIs of all semester, but it is again that product C into G that you have seen now in the grade card of 1. Summation of C into G divided by summation of all credits. That means in denominator it will come as 160. So this is your CGPI. CGPI of whole degree program, B.Tech degree program. This will be displayed on your final year grade card. So along with this, if you choose honor and minor, then your degree, which will be conferred to you, this will be combined one. For example, B.Tech in computer engineering with honors in AIML, like this. If student opts for honor and minor. If student do not opt for this, then your degree will be plain. This is etiquette rule and eligibility criteria. This is again framed somewhat different. It is not as used for all other universities. 3 KTs allowed hai, 4 KTs allowed hai. It depends upon the 60% credits. Minimum 60% credits are to be earned to go in the second year. For third year, the condition is 60% of the second year credits are to be earned, as well as first year should be cleared. See here, for going to semester 5. Generally, as Dr. Patwardhan said, the student fails in the end semester exam, which is combined passing of EAC and CA. This is particularly or mostly because of their less CA marks. So this is request for all students to study on regular basis so that you will get more CA marks and your score will be high then, because this is a common percentage, combined one, CA plus EAC. There is no separate passing for this CA. For LY, first year and second year should be clear, and 60% credits of third year. Code of conduct will be shared time to time or before the examinations. What are the don'ts and do's during the examinations? In our college, smart watches or any electronic gadgets are not allowed during the examination. Possession of mobile phones itself is treated as unfair means. Possession of any electronic gadget, smartwatch, pen drive during the examinations, this is not at all allowed. So there is one circular, university level circular 133, 134, which will be shared to you, in which all the things are given, which acts are considered as unfair means, and what is the process if any student caught under this. The main thing or very sad thing behind this is, if any student is caught under unfair means, the subject grade is reflected as UM, unfair means, on the grade card. You can't hide it. So do not go for that. Various application formats are available in the download section. If you want to do name correction, there is a format available for reassessment, re-verification, any grade correction if appears, for RRLE mark sheet, general application for anything, these are available in the downloads. Student need not to write the application in hand. The prescribed formats are available. So you can use that formats. So if any queries there regarding the examinations, you can approach exam cell. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita ma'am. Lined up next is a presentation on research at KJSE by Dr. Kashinath Patil, Associate Dean of Research and Development, KJSE.
So, good afternoon. I'm going to talk about a little bit different than whatever you've been listening since another 2 hours or so. It's more often you've been discussed about what all grades to be, you're going to achieve for, what are the different courses you wish to work upon, then that is something which is very much mandatory and everybody wish to go around this particular thing. So I'm going to talk about what is research and development avenues available for the students and what all we already had done it in past, okay. So that's what, so myself is Dr. Kashinath Patil. I'm a professor in mechanical engineering and Dean Research and Development. So office address is A117 and these are the mail IDs. If you want to note it down, you can note down. So I'll just briefly put upon what are the thrust areas the institute wish to go about. So if suppose somebody had very bright JEE score and he wants to pursue some computers, he wished to have IIT Bombay as his forte, basically that's the way. So what KJSE wish to grow or in that particular areas, then I'll talk about what are the patents, copyright and design we as a cumulative faculty and student we had developed earlier years, Then once we have any property which we are in possession, so maybe in a technology sense, it has to be sellable value. If you doesn't have any sellable value, it's again a kind of academics which you had. So it's kind of academic accolades. So let's talk about something on a tech transfer which we are trying. Then I'll talk about the research policies, because any research to pursue, you need a money. To who will fund you? Because that is what something, it's a really important question to be asked. So I'll try to answer a few of the things, and then I'll just talk about something on the research project which are available, and then the faculty members which you wish to, align yourself. So when yesterday we been talking about, Professor Unnat Pandit, who came for the inaugural session in the morning session, and what he said about all the students are supposed to clear after 4 years your UG course. Okay, what is more mandatory, or it could be a new normal, that you student must have in possession with either a copyright, either a patent, either a design right, along with your own academic, whatever courses you clear with. So looking to this, the institute is thoughtfully curated these 5 thrust areas. So one is automation, AI and automation. So these are the buzzword across it. So we want to channelize our energies. So what you find, we had a teaching faculty, and there are some people who are expertise in particular domain. Okay, so we had AI and automation. Another area where significant people being working on healthcare domain. So there where you will find a lot of research avenue and opportunities in the healthcare domain. Agriculture, technology don't per se looking as agriculture, but what you find a lot of artificial intelligence, image processing, analytics coming into play into a precision agriculture. So it's again a kind of computational part of agri. So we wish to do something on that. Then what you people being witnessed, this is a world which moving everything online. So information security, IoT is something which we want our faculty is working, and not the least, but is the energy and environment. So we being constantly working on these areas. So if you find, so we had almost 170 odd faculty, out of which every area specific, there are certain experts which are around this. So if you look at agriculture technology, there were 25 faculty members who are actively pursuing this sort of thing. They already had almost 4 copyrights, 4 patents, and some of the projects which you could see. Likewise, healthcare, you have 11 faculty members which have 2 copyrights, 1 patent they already had in their kitty. Energy and environment, there are 12 faculty members, they have been published 10 copyrights along with 8 patents. And then if you just look at patents or copyrights or design rights, patent took you almost 4 to 6 years. So the moment you apply for today, you might have gained after 4 years or 6 years. It's a long journey. It's being little curtailed now, so maybe 2 years, 3 years, but not less than that. So that's the timeline which you need. Copyrights are a little quick, so I'll just come to a little later. So information security as well as AI and automation, you had almost 40 faculty members who are expert in this particular domain, and a fairly good work is happening in this particular domain, that is copyrights and patents, as well as around 250 lakhs rupees of the research projects are ongoing. So what I ask you people, because this is something which is over and above, you are doing your regular work, so I wish you people also come on to this particular research work and explore something on this. So let's talk about, so this institute till today we had 25 patents in possession, okay, and this is the one patent which is called as radiator grill by Professor Prabhu Desai, who is a mechanical faculty. We had this patent being granted in 5 different countries like India, US, Germany, Japan and South Korea. Okay, because for patent you have to take right every year. For patent, it's only 20 years right is assigned, not more than. So you have a monopoly for 20 years. You need to encash money within the 20 years. If your 20 years has been lapsed, then your patent is lapsed and goes to the kind of a public domain. So that's what. So this is a, then another patent is a vacuum drying system. So a lot of my name will reflect here. It's a Kashinath Patil. So that all patents I worked upon. So, and what we did is we worked along with the industry. If we just do academic patenting, what is academic patenting? It's something I want to do some research, develop some technique, and then again go to a books, and that's it. That's the end of the journey. No, what we did is we went to the company or a industry, taken a problem from them, and then solve the same problem. So you have a niche idea and then convert that into a appropriate technology development. So I'll come to little later on the tech transfer also, because that's what we wish to pursue as a dream. Okay, we want to make money out of it. You know? That's what everybody wish to. So, pearl beads and artificial pearl making system. So we had a system developed along with the industry. Then we have solar driven system. Professor Nandakumar Gilke and his team worked on the bagasse ash bakes. Again, it's on the sugar industry. They are being worked with. Professor Pote probably comes next to me. They worked on a cloud-based security system. So it's not something which, there are people who is working in environment or energy in environment. Some people are working on IoT. Some people are working on analytics. So that's the way we want to move around. So then suture device is Professor Dr. Lekurwale and his team works on this. This is basically a device required by a medical practitioner or a doctor during a surgery. Okay, so they are being developed along with the doctors which doing the jobs. So it's a healthcare sector which being addressed. Then Dr. Jyoti Joglekar worked on a different idea, basically epipolar geometry, it's a kind of analytics she worked on, so she belongs to computer engineering faculty. So again, myself is on the cooling part system development. Dr. Lekurwale works on again a micro drilling system. Seema ma'am works on again analytics part of it on a 3-bit correction system. Dr. Gilke, myself and others faculty member worked on the Jaggery system, which again the sugar based industry. Then myself again worked on some efficient cooking pot system. Professor Mani is sitting there, he works on to a lot of healthcare related stuff, as well as he worked on a liquid crystal because that's what his forte is. Dr. Vilas Dhure worked upon a metal particulate porous filter. And what is interesting I wish to outline here is there were 18 faculty members who had been actively participated into this activity, and there are 15 students who had a patents with their name. Copyright, there are 30 faculty members along with 75 students. What I just wish to push across you guys is patent need 2 to 3 years of this time, but copyright can be done within 6 months. Okay, you had your internship project, you being working with different projects on your companies. It should be, you need to look at what is best you could articulate in the 3 pages or 10 pages or 5 pages, which is new. You develop different than what is existing, because if it is existing, you can't go for a write. But if something is new, something is worthwhile to note, can be created. So apart from, let's look at right from a second year. First year is pretty hectic for you, time is squeezed for you. But from second year onward, every year, if you can have at least one copyright you generate, because you need to create a portfolio for your placement. I hope everybody wish to have a good company, good kitty. So you need to have your own portfolio. So you must have this activity, because all must have the academic grades. Okay, everybody has in possession, but we need something more than that. So what extra you did? And this is a measurable output wherein you could have a patent, where you can have a copyright. And what I mean is there are almost 50 odd faculties directly exposed to this process. So it's not something very new for you or new for faculty. So they could help you in a greater extent. That's what I wish to say. Okay, so this is the patent, which is US patent, which you could see. So this is the same patent, the certificates which I just want to show you some of the certificates. So this is, I think, Korean patent, Japanese. And these are some of the Indian patents which we have. This is vacuum drying system. I just give you one particular thing. So this is the way it look like. So here it's a one, I myself is an innovator, and there are 2 students who being got a benefit out of it. The patent, again I said that 20 years we could have a monopoly for the business. Okay, if I can create a business out of it, I could have a monopoly for this particular thing. And I'll just give a simple, so if you just look at IIT Bombay, they had almost 750 plus technologies or patents which are available for sale. Okay. And then from that available technologies, how much is being, actually being sold to the companies, because it's a trust building activity we need to carry. So you will find it's a handpicked, maybe a couple of, maybe 10 or 20 numbers. So what we just doing similar kind of job. So this is what the Indian patent look like. Okay, so these are the some of the certificates which I just want to show you that, okay, this is the way it could work upon. These are the other patent, Dr. Gilke, and the Sandeep Langde is basically again a PhD student. Here also a couple of students, so I just not going to name all the people into this. And it's not only a PhD, but I have been an experience that there are good number of UG students who had a patents developed. Just imagine, even if you passed out, because the person start in 2nd year, probably he has some work by the end of 3rd year. Once he apply, it takes another 4 years. He already passed by, and then the process has to keep on going. So you are filing, publishing, then you have first examination report, then you have hearing, and then if everything goes well, it's patent grant. If everything, somewhere it's, get rejected, so at any stage it can be rejected. So the rejection is also quite exuberant in numbers. But what we had till now, whatever patents we filed, we have been taught people how to do a prior art, because we should know that our idea must be different than elsewhere. The similar work should not happen. So you need to be very cautious while working with this. So these are some of the patents so these are patents from the computer domain. Okay, so these are a couple of things I just wish to move on. Okay, so now let's look into a copyrights. Now copyrights has a wonderful thing is it has a 60 years of lifespan. Now you are about to 20 years age. Okay, उसमें 60 जोड़ दीजिए, it's 80 years. So you had this in possession till 80 years. From the day of filing. And we never know, boys, after 5 years what's going to happen. I think everybody is well aware. Even there is AI available, there is lot of analytics, there are a lot of predictive models. But you know that during COVID, I hope you witnessed COVID, none of the predictive model works well. I hope. So we are living in a so uncertain world. So if you develop something new, you should file it. Because copyright, software right or design right is going to be in possession till 60 years from the date of filing. So now you are 20 years, so you can enjoy the fruit sometime later. So some of the companies, so what we worked upon the strategy is to look for a problem given by an industry, because it's a unique problem. If you are handling a unique problem, solution must be unique in that sense. So that uniqueness is brought in. But if you are solving the same problem in the same monotonous way, probably you may not going to get what you want. So I am again not going to read out who had been got how many and who are the one. So yes, so we had almost 40 copyrights, and what I did is we being taught how to pursue this to the students. So we being run a course and conduct a course for a student on themselves, they can do it very quickly. So our faculty can help you as well as you can do it on yourself once you have a substantial new material available with you. So these are the copyrights which we had. These are the ways the certificates look like. So I am not going to go. So you just see there is little color. So these are the design rights. In a copyright segment, basically you have patents, you have a literary segment, you have a software segment, you have a design segment, you have a sculpture and painting that we won't do. Okay, so these are some of the things which we had. Okay, now this is something which I wish to highlight. Now we had all 25 patents being basketed into a 10 different technologies ready for sell. So we want to see that who are the buyers, because ultimately we need to sell these technologies. So we had systems which we are working on the pearl making. So it's artificial pearl. A lot of female members had wearing some few things, artificial pearls being used. So we had a technology and we visited. So in principle, the industry had accepted our technology and they wish to buy for this. This is basically Kripa Chitons Manufacturing Private Limited. It's at Valsad, Gujarat. So we are being selling this technology to these two technologies, means these two patents to that company. Then we being talking, negotiating with the sugar industry, that's Godavari, with 4 of the different patents in that basket of 2 tech transfers. Okay, so we had 3 tech transfer is supposed to be happen next year. Probably you come and sit, I will deliver that what is revenue generated out of this particular tech transfer. Because if I cannot sell anything, then it's again academic activity. And I hope you people will understand what academic activity is. Okay, so these are the couple of patents. So these are the Jaggery based system, again Godavari. So we being trying hard to sell at least 6 patents, which we had out of 25. Now we had taken a baby step to sell around 6 patents out of the 25. So let's see what best we could do. Okay. So apart from that, another system is basically a startup. So we had a good amount of student startups. So last 3 years we have almost 18 startup institute had produced. Out of these 18, 2 startup got funding also. Okay, so so these are the startups we had. Lot of these patented ideas or technologies, they are sometimes till prototypes. From the prototypes you have a minimum, that is you have to POCs are there more often. Then you have a MVP wherein minimum value product, then you need to have a commercialization, and lot many things are supposed to go. Okay, I am not going to go in detailing of that particular thing. Let's look at what is the research consultancy outlay, because we need money to drive out this, and if you don't have new research ideas coming in, how can we expose to a cutting edge? So what you find is, I just put it right from 2015 to till today. Till today we have almost around 200 lakhs project. We been working with a different faculties working on a different projects, and around 500 lakhs rupees project we submitted for a different agencies. So if we just look at, so these are the different agencies which we look for, that is DST, DRDO CAS, DST SERB, then University Grant Commission, SVU, some of the funds we get from university, then L&T Automation, and lot many other companies too. So we are trying to look forward in this particular domain, and it ultimately you student get benefited more than the faculty, because faculty mentor is one, and with that faculty mentor you may have 3, 4 or 5 or 10 students working in a different projects. Okay, so these are some of the projects which I say total till today, last 5 years we had completed 214 projects, 214. Okay, out of which almost we had 1,000 lakhs rupees projects we completed. I can put in my website, you can just go through who is the faculty working on which project. So you can connect yourself to that particular faculty if he or she had some offering for you into a project related activity. Okay. The important aspect of this particular discussion is a research and consultancy policy. Yes, we do have research and consultancy policy. We have a project funding available for the students. So now, because any research activity needs money, paisa lagega. Without that, how we can pursue your dream? So for all UG student, if a department driven project depends on merit, every project will supposed to entitle for 20,000 rupees, but it has some merit. What merit means? You should deliver something in terms of copyright, you should deliver in terms of design right, because you have to declare that that's the way you will work, or you may have a good paper publication out of it. If it is a cross-disciplinary project, so if you working with 2 departments, one go, so you'll being offered 30,000 rupees for the project at minimum. Okay. and then whatever expenses, all the expenses required for a patent and patenting activity, institute bears it, because one patent costs you around 1 lakh rupees plus or little more than that. So even if you have some ambition to work in this particular domain, we'll happy to help you. Apart from that, if you wish to participate into any of the competition or project based, you being given funding for the whatever registration charges, as well as some of the registration charges or project driven charges to you. So these are, so we have a research award also. I'm not going to go in detailing of these particular things. This is the project. I just provide little glimpse onto a DST project. Dr. Shivangi is working on this project, which is outlay is around 53 lakhs rupees. She is being working on pedistraw making for composites. Then these are some of the glimpse of our one of the esteemed faculty works on the energy and emission. Dr. Lukman works on to basically 2 DST projects. He has around 75 lakhs rupees to his credit, working on to materials. He is a material scientist. Then Dr. Irfan, Ashwini and Sagar works on a blockchain sort of system, which cost outlay is around 1 crore. Okay. Professor Karthik works on 5G related projects. Okay. This is myself who looks after the energy and energy related projects which we have been working on. Dr. Ninad works on small automation based projects. Okay, so he being looking at all the drone and some sort of automation related stuff. This is the research lab, which is Center of Excellence. Probably you might have seen this. There are people working on the biomedical application or 3D bioprinting or kind of stuff. Kavita Thakur is working on, and that's what all about. So apart from that, what research activities we wish is, we usually provide exposure to you how to write, because how to read, how to write, and how to search for the innovative idea, because it's not something which I think my idea is bright, which is unique and nobody has done it. When somebody start thinking, it will be like that. But you need to search for idea into a patent office worldwide, because somebody somewhere in the world might have thought like you. And same, if you just fall in the same trap, so all the work just goes west. So before starting investing a time, I keep, somebody made me morning, one has to be very selfish. What am I going to get end of the day? That's the question one has to ask when we pursue the research, because if you starting with a loose footing, probably you won't get anything out of it. So you just waste your time, kill the time. So don't kill the time. So for that, what we usually provide a exposure for you guys, how to see that whether the idea has a merit into it. And priori ourselves we have to look for, that's called as a prior art. So we being delivering some sort of seminars for you, those who are interested, for how to look for a prior art, how to figure it out whether my idea will going to work it or not. That's what. And apart from that, our office will going to provide you, if you have some project related activity wants to, you can come and see us. We will be happy to help you in this particular domain. Okay, so this is our team. Myself is Kashinath, which associate dean. Dr. Mani is sitting there in the front row. So he is joint associate dean with me. His expertise in condensed matter. Dr. Ninad, who is in electronics. Dr. Sandeep is in AXTC. Professor Sagar is in IT. Dr. Busnur is in, again, mechanical fellow. So a lot of mech guys are there. Shilpa is again, Dr. Shilpa is mechanical fellow again. Abhijit. Dr. Jyoti is from computers, and Dr. Pushpendra somewhere sitting back of this is from the HSS. So that's it. Thank you. I hope I quickly wrap up.
Thank you, Patil sir. There is one announcement. If Janvi Sharma is present in the auditorium, please report backstage. Our next session is on state of art facilities by Dr. Manish Pote. Dean of Resource and Infrastructure Management at KJSC. Okay, over to you, sir.
Very good evening to all of you. I will not take much more time as far as my presentation is concerned. 30 minutes time is allocated. So I will try to finish it maximum by 15 to 17 minutes. So as far as this point is concerned, it's very important one because my resources and infrastructure plays a major role as a backbone for your development is concerned. And as far as our KJ Somaiya College of Engineering and our management is happy to provide all kinds of services. So let's start. So myself, Manish Pote, working as a professor in computer engineering department and handling the charge of associate dean of resources and infrastructure management. So this is my outline. So what exactly that the facilities that are provided by central pool from our campus as well as from the Sion campus. So these are the different ones that I just listed out here. We will see one by one each one. And some of that we have just listed out as a institute level, that is at the Vidyavihar level or at the KJC level, what exactly that the facility that we have. So these are the points that we're going to discuss about it. So very first one about that, the green campus. Now when you entered in that campus in such a Mumbai-like place and at the central place of our Mumbai, and when you entered, the campus is green, isn't it? So that we are just showing it. Now when we are just showing about that the green campus, it's not only for that the greenery, but we would also like to have the air quality index. So particulate matter that we used to measure it. So for that purpose, our team, which is led by Dr. Bhusnur, he procured the devices, and by using those devices, not only our college or our campus is measuring this AQI, but the other colleges and MPCB, that is Maharashtra Pollution Control Board or Central Pollution Control Board, they are also taking help for that respective one. Now here I'm just showing that the graph, which may not be visible to you, but here in our campus, we just provided the last 3 years data of 22 different locations. So as far as the AQI for this, our campus is concerned, which we considered that 0 to that 40, which is 0 to that 50 is the good one. But as far as our campus AQI comes out to be that 30 to 35. So these are the devices which were procured by Dr. Bhusner in Mechanical Engineering Department, and on which many different research projects are going on in that area. So these are some outcome of this particular Green Campus initiative. And as we have just mentioned, past 3 years, we have that AQI in the good quality. Then next is about that sports facility. What are different sports are available? So you might be seen on that display which is going on at different places in our campus, and maybe visited at some places. So these are the list of that sports facility which is available in our campus. So we'll go through that with the help of the snaps. That will be better to understand the things. So athletics, all of you are one and seen that athletics tracks and other facilities for the short throw, long jump, 100-meter relay, etc. So all these facilities that are available for that athletics. Next is about the badminton. So we have that world-class badminton court in the Eklavya building, and we also have the one badminton court in this building where we are sitting it on the ground floor itself. Then the basketball, we have 4 courts for that basketball. So I'm just showing it as far as this one, which is near that the Vinaya Mandir, where your ID card office is located. And we are conducting national level sports competitions in the month of December every year, the name for that respective one is the Scream. So those who are interested, they can participate in that respective competition also. Then for cricket, we have that cricket ground, which have that floodlight also available. So as far as this ground is concerned, which is available in the Sion campus, so those who are interested, they can be able to enjoy that respective facility. And one cricket ground which is available in our Vidyavihar campus also. Then football, all of you are aware or seen this particular ground. So we have that football ground also. Then football turf is also available. The students those who are interested and want to practice it, so they can be able to practice it in that football turf. So which is available in our Elective sports complex in the same campus, that is Vidyavihar. Then multi-sports surface, which is available for basketball and handball games, which is available near these athletic tracks. Then along with my regular one, my regular fitness is also very, very important one. So this includes, we want to make it ourselves as fit as possible. So for that purpose, we are conducting some kind of training for these activities. Likewise, aerobics, strength training, stability, etc. Then we have such a huge chessboard for playing, so which is available in the campus. As far as the inauguration of this chess board is concerned, that was done by the Vishwanathan Anand in our campus. Then lawn tennis court is available in the same campus. Then gymnasium with all facilities. Those who are interested, they can be able to take use of it. Then judo, then squash. As far as squash is concerned, it's a international standard courts are available. So 3 months back, we conducted one international competitions over here. Then table tennis. So table tennis is available at many different places in our KJC sports complex also, and Eklavya complex, and some are available on the open air possible. Then international level swimming pool, which is available in the Eklavya campus. So those who are interested, they can be able to, the coaching is also available in that swimming pool. Then the skating. Skating court is available at the Sion campus, not in the Vidyavihar campus. Then the volleyball. Yeah. So this is all about that sports. Now we move ahead for the next one regarding my academic and other things. So just now Dr. Kashinath Patil mentioned about that research and development activities at our campus. But the students, those who are interested, not only in that the research and development and the patents and copyright, but they want to go one step ahead for incubation. So Somaya has this particular one, that is Research, Innovation, Incubation, Design Labs. So this facility is available for you. So those who are interested to go for the startups, they can be able to visit that respective place. The location for this that we have just mentioned about that room number 520 in the Bhaskar building. And here we are just given that is the statistics about that startup which are carried out by this Riddle. Then these are the feature startup by the Riddle, and many startups by our alumni. Likewise, Volig, Indra, Custard, Offi, then the GOV. So all these startups are by our own alumni. And these are some awards, not only at the international level, but the national level awards are owned by the Riddle, that is Research, Innovation, Incubation, Design Lab. Then we will move ahead for that academic resources. What are different academic resources which are available during your graduation? So very first one, we just mentioned about that Google Apps for Education. So when you are admitted at that particular point, your mail ID is created. by your we call it as a SOMA access ID @soma.edu. So that ID, we are mapping it with that Gmail, and we give it to you for that Gmail. As well as same ID, we are also providing it not only for that Google Apps for Education, for that Microsoft 365 Office also. So by using the same ID, you can be able to access it, the Microsoft resources, as well as at the Google Apps for Education. Then Wi-Fi access IDs, as far as same SV NAT ID that we have, the same kind of thing, the way in which you are just logging on to that My Account portal, so My Account portal, the same access ID, you can be able to use it for accessing the Wi-Fi in our entire campus. So seamlessly, you can be able to use it the same ID at any place in this campus. So those who are not used, they can start using it. And of course, some setting is required. If you require some kind of help, you can visit to that Bhaskaracharya building, data center 219. Then college has procured the Coursera subscription so that student can learn other than the class effectively. So we have procured these subscriptions, and those who are interested to learn the courses, they can enroll for it. Of course, you will receive the mail from the Dean Academics, and you can be able to carry out. Then we also have the KIAR, that KJ Somaiya Institute of Applied Agriculture Research. This is the institute which carries out the research in the domain of agriculture area. So our many students are participated in that research, and from your first year itself, if you are interested, you can be able to associate it with it, so that being at the last year or last but 1 year, you can be able to have it some kind of patent or copyright kind of things. I will show it many more things about that the KIAR in that next slide. Then teaching learning will be carried out by using that learning management system. We configured the Moodle, which is the open source, for using that LMS. So we will create your IDs on that LMS. So faculties can be able to share their resource material on that respective one, conduct the quizzes, many different things that we are conducting on that the LMS. Then as I mentioned, along with that Google Apps for Education, we have also the tie-up with that the Microsoft. So MS Teams are provided. So as and when there is a off for your classes due to rain or something else, at that particular time, that day classes and the practicals will be conducted in online mode. And the similar way, we have that Zoom. So Zoom licenses are also available for conducting the meetings with the outside world. So this is about that KIAR. As I mentioned, that this is the area in which they are carrying out the research. So those who are interested, they can be able to carry out. Then this is very, very important one, which is about that the high performance computing facility. It's an era of AI, ML, and data science. So in that one, we required very high computational processors to perform different experimentations, which may require much more processing capacity as well as time also. So we provided the SVO central instrumentation and high performance computational facility. So this is the setup which is available, and you people can be able to make use of it. Now, as far as for this setup, not only you can be able to come down to that college and make use of it. If you are working from home or from our college also, we can be able to provide the VPN connectivity for this, and you can be able to access it. Then about the infrastructure, every year we are renewing or replacing our old desktops. Around 2 to 3 crore we are investing in the desktop every year. As far as internet lease line is concerned, we have the lease line, which means that it's a 1:1, that is directly from that vendor to our college, and which is of that 1 Gbps, which is the main one. Then entire campus is Wi-Fi enabled. All classrooms are Wi-Fi enabled. Every classroom has one access point. You can be able to access it the Wi-Fi, and faculty members can be able to conduct their theory lectures, use some pedagogy to use this facility. And we have the lecture capturing classrooms. As far as first year's 4 classrooms that we have, in which we put it the lecture capturing system, so that faculty members who is teaching that respective course, those particular contents will be make it available to the students, so that if one of the students have not attended or wants to go through that once again, so recap can be possible by using this lecture capturing solution. We have that the smart classrooms. One classroom is for that first year, that is 101. There the faculty members will start using it. And of course, in all theory, all the classes and laboratories, we have that projectors. We have just make it available. Then about the library resources, I'm not taking it much more time here, just showing it about that what exactly here that is available. So Bookworm is the software. Then ebooks are available so that you can be able to read not only from the hard copy, but from the e-copies. So regarding this, Nirupama madam will going to tell you many more things. Then to access it, my e-resources are concerned. So you can be able to access it by using that library.somai.edu, because these are the resources. That's why I've taken it in my slide. So these are the different the online resources which are available so that you can access it. More things will be shared by Nirupama madam. Then about the infrastructure is concerned, recently we make it all the classrooms are air conditions, and Bhaskarajarya buildings, the ACs are working, and Aryabhatta building will start working soon. So these are the statistics about that, the different this one. Then college has procured or set up the Apple laboratory so that you people can be able to carry out the Apple application development. And we also started the one honor program in mobile application development. So in this particular lab, we have that 20 Mac machines and 5 Mac laptops that we have, one Mac or phone that we have. Now, 2 faculty members are already gone through that training, and once these 2 faculty members got accredited from that Apple, then our college becomes that we have just mentioned, that is the AATC, that is Apple Authorized Training Center, so that our college can be able to give it certifications to the students. Then we also have that this research lab, Artificial Intelligence and Geointelligence lab in Computer Engineering department. So these are some of the snaps of that respective one. Then this lab, that is Security Operations Centers and Cybercrime Investigation Lab, which is available in the Computer Engineering department. So you can visit and check it out. Then this AR/VR lab, which is available, and Automation lab, which is available in the 407 of Electronics Engineering department. So student can make use of it. So this is the Automation labs snaps. Then in Telecom department, we have that the Wireless Communications lab, and we have the Cisco Center of Excellence. So students can be able to go through that CCNA certifications, CCNP certifications, or Cisco certified professionals are concerned. So these certifications will be possible in this lab. Then in the IT department, we have that the Euclid Center, which is the blockchain laboratory. So those are interested, they can be able to work in that respective domain. Then mechanical, many more laboratories that we have procured the instruments, which are around more than 50 or 60 lakhs. So SOM lab, we have that the UTM, that is Unified Machine. Then in aerodynamic lab, we have procured the wind tunnel. So wind tunnel is used for that research purpose. So whenever we just want to go through that or research in that aeroplanes domain, then it is very useful. Then CNC and CNC lathe machine is available in the mechanical. Then special facilities, we are providing it for specially able students, and we specifically for the low vision or the blind students. So we have JAWS screen reader, then the screen magnifier, Text-it Cloud app. This app is developed by our students, and which is make it available on that Play Store, so you can be able to use it or give it to some students, those who are needy. Then smart boards are there, RAMs and other things. Then ID cards. How many of them have issued the ID cards? can raise their hands? Very few. Okay. So that I will take it this in detail. So whenever you just want to issue that the ID card, you need to go to your Somaya My Account portal. So in that one, there is one tab, which is the ID card. So you need to book it, your slot. So once you are opening it, it will provide me this particular one, your information. So your information is available. You just check it, whether this information is correct or not. Once you verify it, then you will be able to give it, proceed further for that respective one. Then you're getting it like this, the scenario, that is available slots for booking. So as per your convenience, you can book it the slots, and as per that, the timing which we are giving it. So here, once you are doing this particular one, once you are giving that S, then you are getting the confirmation, the mail, that your slot is confirmed, and you need to go to that respective ID card office, and they're taking your live photo, which is available on that your RFID card, because that card is very, very important one, because the same card we will going to use it later, because that is applicable now only on the one gate. Directly show the ID card and gate will be opened, your entry will be marked. Whenever you are leaving, your entry will be marked. For incoming and outgoing, both will be marked, and you will be tracked by using that ID cards. So this is the detail about that ID card office. So it is available in that Vinay Mandir school. The schedule for this, and if you have some kind of other queries, you can be able to contact on this mail ID. Then, many times that may happen that we may have that stress or some personal problems or something else. Due to that, we also appointed the psychologist, the counselor for that respective one. So Kshitija Sawant ma'am is available. So she is sitting in that same building on that just besides the auditorium. So if you require, you can be able to contact her. So this is the things from my side. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, Pote sir. Now to give us more details about the library resources, I invite on stage Dr. Nirupama Warrior, librarian KJSC. Thank you, Suvarna ma'am. A very good evening to one and all. So after the inaugural session yesterday, you have been hearing about your curriculum, the academic activities, the examination system, the research facilities, the other infrastructure facilities. So I will be briefing you about the library and the resources that we have at KJC. So the library is located in the Bhaskaracharya building. We have it on 2 floors, the 2nd and the 3rd floor. The 2nd floor is the home issue section, and the 3rd floor is the reference section as well as a periodical section. So the main home issue section is on the 2nd floor. As far as the timings are concerned, the library opens at 8 a.m. in the morning, and it's open up to 10 p.m. in the evening. The home issue section opens up at 8 and it is up to 6 p.m. So whoever wants to come and issue the books can come during this period. There is also for issue and return of books, we have a self-issue kiosk by which you can come and get the books issued and returned by yourself. We also have the RFID gates installed so that in case if you're coming to the library and browsing the books, make sure to leave the books in the library itself, because if you are carrying the books by mistake, then the alarms will be on. Then further going, if I'm talking about the collection of the library, we have a combination of print as well as the e-resources. Among the print resources, we have various books. They consist of not only the technical books,
We also have books which are on self-development. We have novels, we have books in English, then Marathi, Hindi, and Gujarati languages. Now, talking about the library membership, as Pote sir was mentioning about the ID card is mandatory when you come to the library, because for issuing your book, you need to carry your ID card. And your ID card itself is a library card. It is RFID enabled card, which is also the library card. And you need to produce your library card when you want to issue a book. As a UG student, you can issue 5 books at a time for a period of 1 week. And after 1 week, you will have to return the book. That is, one time self-renewal is possible. So you can effectively keep it for 15 days. And afterwards, there are various other services also the library provides. That is, one of the service that is very important to you all is the book bank service, wherein we have certain books which are there from the curriculum. It is made available to the student. A maximum of 10 books can be taken by the student, but you have to pay a 15% cost of the book as the reading charges. And you can keep it for the entire year, and once the exams are over, you will be required to return the books. So regarding all this information, we will be giving it through your mails, so ensure that you check your mails regularly. When you issue the books, there is one important thing that you need to know, that there is a library fine applicable if your books are late, if it is beyond the due date. The library fine is not static again, it keeps on increasing. It starts from ₹2 per day. These details also will be sent by mail, but see to it that you return the books on time, and if you do not require the book, please return it so that other students can make use of them. This is the home issue self kiosk which I was just talking of. Reference in the periodical section. Yes. Next. Timings which I've already mentioned, 8 to 10 p.m. Next. Membership. As a UG student, you can take 5 books. Next. Collection, which includes the books as prints as well as novel. Yes. When you are issuing a book, even when you are out of the campus, if you want to know what are the collection available, the online public catalog access is available, which you can check through opac.somaya.edu. This will give you the collection of the libraries that are within Somaya Vidyavihar. This is not restricted to the Vidyavihar campus. Even the books which are available outside the campus also, for example, the medical college and the other libraries also, you can search the book either from the title, author, and other subject keywords. You will come to know whether the particular book is available in the library, if at all, how many copies, or at this particular point of time, if the book is available for issue, or in case if it is not available, you can also put a reservation for that book. And if you want to renew the book, as I had mentioned, one time self-renewal is possible. You can go to this and self-renew the book. Reminders are also sent for the books that anybody has issued, but don't wait for the reminders so that you can come to return the book. Whoever issues the book, it is a responsibility of the library user to come and return the book, irrespective of the reminder is sent or not. Next. When we talk about ebooks, we have collections from McGraw-Hill as well as Pearson. Now these titles that are available under these collections, the credentials for accessing these ebooks will be sent to you by mail. Once you get the credentials, you can start accessing, but not all the books that you require for your semester examinations or something will be available, because we have a very huge collection of print books, so you will have to issue those books. But for your reference, you have some books which are available in the form of ebooks, then you have some books which are self-development or general books are also available. Next. Potesa was just mentioning about the various e-resources that we have. E-books are one of them, and then we have a variety of databases. Now we call it as a database because we have journals, we have transactions, conference proceedings, and many other types of collections combined in one. Now these databases, as you can see, they are, some of them are very much subject specialized. For example, ASME is very much specific to mechanical engineers. But IEEE is equally used by computers, IT, electronics, telecommunication. Then we have ACM. Apart from this also, we have subscription to Springer database, Science Direct. So my request is, once you get your credentials, once you get your ID card, once you start using the library, please go through these databases, go through the ebooks, because only then you will know what are available, how to use them. Kashinath Patil sir was mentioning about the various research avenues and the research topics that you need to look into. So from these resources, from these databases, you will get to know about the topics of research, the upcoming topic of research or the research that is being conducted. So from these papers, you can read the papers, you can download the papers and keep it so that for your further reference. Wi-Fi system is available, facility is available. We have the open access system in the library so that you don't have to wait to, for somebody to come and give the books to you. You can go to the rack and you can browse the collection of your choice. But in case if you need any help, there are people who are qualified staff in the library. So do approach them so that you can get the book that you require. These are the various services that provided by the library. Book bank service, which I just mentioned to you. Next. GCC. This is another service that is provided by the library. As a student of Somaya Vidya Vihar, you are not restricted to only the books or the library of KJC. You can also access the collection of other libraries, for example, Management College or any other college. You can go to the college. You can issue one book from that library, but always whenever you issue a book from the library, please ask for the fine, because the GCC policy, the fine applicable is different. And any book that you are issuing under the GCC policy, you can take one book from that particular library for a period of 1 week only. So apart from the 5 books that you can issue, this is another facility that is available to you. Remote access. So we were talking about the digital resources which comprises of ebooks as well as databases. Now these ebooks and databases can be accessed even when you are outside the campus. For accessing the ebooks, we will give you the credentials through the mail. But for accessing the databases, you need to go to library.somaya.edu. When you go to this, you will get to know all the databases that are available. Now these databases are subscribed by KJC. Many a times when they finish their 4-year course and when they go out of the campus, when they come back, they say, now we realize the importance of these resources. Because once you are outside the campus, you do not get access to all these digital resources because they come with a very huge price. So much of money is invested in subscribing to these resources, lakhs of rupees, so that they can be made used by you all. So as and when you start your academic career, just start with it so that in the 4 years, in the course of time, you know how to use them. And any difficulty that you face, you should come to the library, or you need to drop a mail to librarian.angg and look out for mails, because whatever information from the library will also come through mails only. Apart from the other resources, we also have a software for GATE engineering, that is whoever wants to prepare for the GATE examination or a practice session. So the software is also available. So please make use of the resources. Last line. For any information that you require, you need to come to the library or just write a mail. You can ask the people in the library and just come and approach us so that we can help you out. It's not that you do not know what to do it and you are depriving yourself from using the library. Thank you.
Thank you, Nirupama ma'am. And now it's time for the last session of the day on Statutory Committee Awareness by Ramesh Lekurwale, Dr. Ramesh Lekurwale, Director of IQSE SVU.
Hello, good evening, student. So, ये की बोला मतलब सब लोग थक गए, बराबर की नहीं? हाँ. This response we want. That means we must be interactive during the class, correct? So I will not take your much time. I know that you are all tired. I will wind up the entire thing in the 10 minutes. Yesterday I introduced myself as a HOD Mechanical. This is the additional responsibility that I am handling as the Director IQAC, Somaya Vidya Institute, Mumbai. IQAC is Internal Quality Assurance Cell. It is a mandatory requirement of the UGC and the NAC. Under this we are having the various committees and cells. Once again, this is not at all related to any academic or any administration. This is totally different, just the information for your people. Next. So, internal quality assurance cell, my email ID is given there. We have formed various committees, cells, considering anti-ragging, special cells and all that. What is the objective of this? To improve the quality in academics as well as the administration. This is the basic objective of this cell. Next. Now, this Potis already informed about this psychological counselor. Again, the time and details is given there, and the separate link is available on the website. Even if you don't remember this, it is readily available on the website. Next. Then Women Development Cell. Here we are regularly conducting the activities under this, and each college also having a separate Women Development Cell, and the university is also having the Women Development Cell. Next. Special cell, it takes care of the reservation policy for SC, ST, OBCs. Next. Then equal opportunity cell, this particular cell takes care of the PWD students. We are giving the equal opportunity to them also by framing the different kinds of exams, giving different types of teaching learning methods, teaching them in a different way, all that things. That's why we called it as the equal opportunity cells. Next. Green initiative, under this we are conducting the regular audits. Okay, this may be not that much effective for you. Anti-ragging committee. So, this is more relevant to you people. We are having the zero tolerance, no ragging at all. If anybody is found, it will be taken care properly by us. We already taken care one case last year, and this case also currently. I think in the last week only we have resolved that. Okay, that if the case is registered, it is going to the police, it is going to the UGC, it is going to the anti-ragging cell of the government. Okay, we have to take this thing is very seriously. Now, to take care of this, we are having one more committee, that is anti-ragging squad. These people are taking care, they are moving around you people only. You may or may not be knowing this person is from anti-ragging squad, even if you are first year or second year, third year student. Okay, if you do any kind of things, it will be easily catch hold. Then grievance redressal. Now, if you have any kinds of grievances, whether it is academic related, administrative related, or any kind related to your education, you can send the mail to this one. Website is also given, the details, committee members and everything is given there. Next. Electoral, this is just about the elections. We have to mandatory requirement of UGC. Feedback committee, under this we are taking the feedback of the student, parents, alumni, all that, and that feedback we are incorporating in our academics. That way we are improving the academics. Whatever the things is, whatever the topic or say module, if suppose industry is saying you want this particular module in that curriculum, so that module we are incorporating in the students also giving some suggestions, because students are one of our member of the board of studies. We are asking, we are taking the student as one of the member of the board of study, and they are giving the suggestion. That suggestion we are incorporating, but we have to document that everything in the proper way. For that, this feedback committee is there. Next, internal complaint committee. This specially takes care of the sexual harassment during the campus. Next, cultural committee. It holds different types of cultural events at university level. Then minority cell, it takes care of the reservations under the minority cell. Then infrastructure. Next. So all this committee, what you have seen so far, it was It was give some protection to you, but this may or may not be, you may or may not like this. This is code of conduct. Okay. So you have to follow this, whether you like it or not like it, you have to follow this. Okay. The detail, there will be the detailed session on the code of conduct. Next. Then Committee for Prevention of Caste-Based Discrimination. This is also very, very important. Okay. That also we have, there is a committee for that, and if you find anything, you can lodge a complaint. We will take care of that. Next. So whatever the committee sales we have shown, it is available on the website under IQAC website. Follow. See, even though if you don't remember any of the mail ID, you whatever the this one complaint, suggestion, or any kind of things you are facing the problem, you put the mail to the director.iqac. Okay. एक बार site open करो. नहीं हो रहा? Slide duplicate हो रहा है. ठीक है. So I think this is sufficient for you. हाँ ठीक है. वैसे आप लोग तो बड़े होशियार हो. Thank you.
Thank you, Lekurwale sir. Now we have reached the end of today's session, but I thank you for being such patient listeners. Now one more request, don't get up all of you at the same time. First few rows and last few rows first will start.